Holy shit, it's Sunday and we're live. Welcome everybody to Pantelis Live, an excuse for me to talk and yell at people on the internet. I'm here with none other than the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, has zero power. It's Poseidon.
Hello.
Yes, but we're going to talk about Poseidon's injury in a second.
Yes.
But I want to remind you guys first. If you didn't know, the number one podcast on the planet, Two Drink Minimum, happens live every Tuesday on the YouTube channel for Two Drink Minimum, and it's up everywhere else on Wednesday. So you get it for free for everyone. See, that's how nice we are. But if you want to catch all the back catalog of all our old episodes, head over to Compound Media, use the promo code Canada20 to get yourself 20% off a subscription there. And also, if you're a little tired of not catching my bonus episodes, my bonus Pantelis podcast episodes that are for patrons only, head over to patreon.com/Pantelis. You get yourself the bonus episodes. You get In Bed with Poseidon. He's working on something this week because I yelled at him because he fucked up yesterday. So he's going to have more streams this month because he wants to make up for his fuckery. But also, the main reason why I know a lot of you people sign up to the Patreon is for merch. We got another shipment of shirts in, I think, 3 days ago. So even though we sent some out a week and a half ago, we're sending more shirts to people who are already subscribed. We're basically rewarding people that have been around for a longer time on the Patreon. And we are giving some surprise ones to new patrons as well, just to keep things spicy. But obviously, the people who have been there for a while are getting our first picks because it's how we like to do it. You stay loyal, we stay fucking cool with you. So having said that, Mr. Poseidon, can you inform everybody of how you sprained your ankle the other day, and you could show them your cane. You could show them your badass cane.
I'm now an old man.
Well, the excuse was, do you get... Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so he's walking around with the cane now. So the excuse that Poseidon was giving for the cane, basically, he wanted crutches initially.
Yeah.
And I was against that.
Well, you want to know why I wanted crutches? I'm lazy.
Oh, we know this.
I just wanted to put all my weight on the crutches and just let it do it for me and use one of my... That's what I wanted.
The crutches wouldn't have made you any... It wouldn't have made this any easier.
No.
Now, Poseidon fell down a flight of stairs because he was looking at tits on Twitter, I believe.
Five steps.
5 steps. 5 steps. He sprained his ankle. He's a heavy man, too. I know what it's like. I've sprained my ankle a lot of times playing hockey, and it's not fun. There's no fun associated with spraining your goddamn ankle. And so he called me. He was screaming, which I understand. Again, very painful, very painful. And now he's ended up with this goddamn cane. He should have. You're probably gonna have it for a couple of weeks.
I think 1 more week I'll be fine.
No,
you think
not
so?
the way you sprained it. Yeah, not the way you sprained it. You won't be. You think you're back to normal? You could barely walk now. It'll take you a couple of months to be back to normal, but in a couple of weeks you'll be able to limp without a cane.
Okay.
And then you'll slowly get back. But the more rest you get, elevating, compressing, icing it, all that stuff, the faster you'll heal and the better you'll heal. You have to avoid putting weight on it because it's going to heal awkwardly.
Yeah. It's a little hard to do though. When I sit down, I put it up most of the time. But the first day I couldn't even put any weight on it. Zero. I had to because I ordered the cane the day of, and I had to hop around the apartment. I wanted to go take a shit. I had to hop to the bathroom.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
So for like about 2 days.
So they're saying the cane looks a little short for you. So let's say hi to everyone. We got Silver and Gold. Jimmy Blackman's in the chat. Gapes is here. Eric Thomas. We got Frank Perutz. Ray Miller. C8 is over here with us. Pat Buchanan is here. Who else do we have? We have Deeds. Jess Sorrell is here all the way from Australia. It's in the middle of the night over there, but she's hardcore. Flat Cat is here. Vincent. Okay, so we got a lot of people in the chat. So he adjusted it a couple times, actually. It was much longer, but he felt that it was too wobbly for him.
Yeah, because you gotta... Basically, you're putting what I realized is you're putting the whole weight of it on your arm. Mm-hmm. But if your arm is bent, it's not straight, it's gonna wobble, right? Yeah. So you have to fully extend your arm. So you gotta put all the...
Dr. Filth says, yo. Dr. Filth is saying, yo, giggity, giggity is in the chat with us. So that's what happened to Poseidon, but I've motivated him. I spent the last hour talking to him to use this time of injury and work on his craft, not his regular craft dinner, just on his craft, just writing. He's going to be filming some more stuff alone and putting up on YouTube and Instagram, just getting to work a bit because he was feeling sorry for himself, and I told him I do not accept that. I do not accept self-pity in this fucking industry and not in this goddamn studio. All right, so now he's, look at him.
Yeah.
You look good. Are you motivated, Poseidon?
I'm actually motivated. You gave me a motivational speech. I was a little depressed because of what happened to my foot.
Yeah. snap you right out of that shit.
Yeah.
There's no time to be depressed, Poseidon. Time keeps moving. And I know this because I saw a movie last night called Contact with Jodie Foster. You ever seen Contact?
Is that the one with the aliens that come down to teach that language?
No, that's Arrival.
Okay, yeah.
No, and Jodie Foster's on it. I saw Contact yesterday. I had seen it before, I think. I had seen it years ago. I saw it yesterday. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Is it weird that I cried during that movie?
You did?
I cried during Contact.
I've never
well, not
seen-
cry, like not like sobbing.
But
like
teared. You had a tear.
I didn't have a tear. Okay, that's exaggerated. But I felt emotional. Okay, that's more accurate. Okay, you're right.
Okay.
I didn't have tears, but I felt very emotional, which I consider crying.
Because I cannot picture you.
Yeah, it wasn't a full cry. It wasn't a
I
full
cannot
cry.
picture you even shedding a tear. I don't see you as that kind
Well,
of
that's
guy.
because you've never seen Contact, sir. But I'll still cry if I watch the first Lion King cartoon. But I've basically felt emotional when I was towards the end of that, and it made me think so much about just how small we are in the universe. Oh, and I had a weird moment yesterday where I think I'm getting I had like an Alzheimer moment. There was about a 5-second period last night where I didn't know, like I was sitting in the living room and I was like, I had this 5-second moment where I didn't know how I got there, like to my life up to this point. And I was like, oh, the fuck, why? Like, I didn't recognize my girlfriend for 5 seconds. Nothing. I knew who I was.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
You
For
fucking
5 seconds.
You took me out of it.
I know, I'm jumping. I'm going to get back to Contact in a second. But for 5 seconds yesterday, I had like amnesia, but I knew who I was. I was like, how the fuck did I get here? What the fuck? What's this? Like, I live here. Like, what's going on? Yeah, my own apartment, yeah.
What's funny that you say that. You made me realize something by saying that.
Hmm.
You know everything we spoke about before. We're going to talk about it after. I've been having a recurring dream ever since.
But it's funny because I was like, why are you looking at me weird? And then after I snapped out of it, I go, because I wanted you to leave. I didn't know who you were. I was very uncomfortable. I wasn't sure if this was my house or yours. She's like, what the fuck?
It's like one of those weird moments where you're driving and you blank out completely. And
Yeah,
you're
that
like, how
happens
did I
because
get here?
when you drive the same
Yeah,
places. Yeah, that's
yeah.
happened to me before too. But it was so weird yesterday. But it was only like 5 seconds, and then I
Yeah.
got back into the present time.
Well, it's like an out of body experience type of thing.
Yes. And speaking of out of body, emotional. I'm telling you, Contact made me emotional.
What's it about?
Frank Perut says I died and restarted at checkpoint. God damn. So let's see. Had a huge pouch filled with pus growing on my spine. Oh, dude, doctor. I had my buddy Dano had that when he got hit. It started with a back injury. He got hit by a van. He ran into the street and a van hit him. I guess it was his fault. You don't just run in the street. And then he was having back problems for a while. Dano, he had back problems, and at one point something like that, and they had to go and drain it. And apparently it reeked. Like even the doctors were freaking out. Anyways, that has nothing to do with Contact. So Contact.
I'm picturing the pus leaking out of.
So Contact. It's funny because we're talking about time. So Contact is pretty cool too. So what happens is Jodie Foster. The whole movie, it's all about she works for SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, and she's trying to get noises from space to see if there's other life out there. It's so big, it's so vast. There has to be someone in there. So at one point, this is the funny. Aliens do actually. She hears like a frequency. And they go crazy, they're checking it out, and it's an actual frequency. They're sending information back. So now they're trying to decode the information, okay? And you see there's an image, bro. There's an interlaced image sent over. And then you look at the image, you're like, that looks like a weird symbol. She's like, oh, okay, turn it sideways. And then you notice it's a swastika. And then you're like, oh, shit, bro, these aliens mean business.
Space Nazis, bro.
Yeah, space Nazis. And then it zooms out, bro, the message they sent, and it's Hitler. It's Hitler giving a speech, yelling at people. Yes, bro. The aliens aren't fucking around right now. They're
Wait.
yeah, they're not just white enthusiasts, bro. They're supremacists. So no, what happened was it was Hitler's speech at the Olympics because it was the first major broadcast that we had sent radio with. So they're not for Hitler. They don't know anything about how we live. They're just sending back like, hey, we got the message, and interlaced in between, they sent stuff. They sent Jodie. They sent Jodie Foster. I was gonna say they sent these documents, and it was basically you had to figure out. It showed you how to build a machine to travel to their planet.
What movie is this?
Contact, bro. It's very good.
When did it come out?
It came out in the 90s.
Oh, that's old.
Yeah, it's old, but it's well made. To me, a lot of good actors in it. It's crazy because what's his name? Matthew McConaughey is in it. And you could probably take Interstellar and this and splice it together, and you could make it seem like it was a.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you could for sure. Yeah, because it deals in kind of the same thing.
Was it on Netflix?
What do you mean?
Where was this movie on? Like on Netflix, Crave?
I rented it off YouTube for $4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was not on the regular platforms.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, the what I want to get to. So this was cool about it. So all the governments of the world, they get together. This is a big deal. Bill Clinton is president at this time, so he's fucking getting his dick sucked and he's doing stuff. And yeah, so they built the schematic. They build it, and some other guy was supposed to get on the ship instead of her, even though she should have done it because she's discovered all this stuff, right? But they were being assholes. So what happens is there's this guy in a crazy cult who infiltrates while they're testing it, pretends he's one of the people working there at NASA, whatever the fuck it is, and he detonates himself, suicide bomber. Because I guess they're like, oh, God wouldn't want this. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They think it's the devil. Who knows? So he blows himself up. It crushes everything. But then you find out there was another one that they were building at the same time, just in case something happens at a top secret location with the Russians and the Japanese, all that, and they get her to go. So point is, it's like a thing where there's these spirals going around, and they drop you in between, and then you're supposed to leave and go somewhere else. So this happens now. She's there. They drop her in. She's in this fucking ball in the seat, and she's just freaking out. Like she's having like a weird out of body experience. She ends up like it's this whole travel thing. She's seeing she's seeing the stars. She's going super far. She ends up through a wormhole. That's what she's suspecting, and she ends up on this like nice beach where you could see like different solar systems. It's fucking beautiful. Okay, and then her dead dad is talking to her. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Her dead dad's talking to her, and then she realizes she's like, "Oh shit, you're not really my dad. You downloaded my memories. Like you're just." He's like, "Yeah, we're just trying to make it easy on you, because you guys normally freak out." And then she's like, "So what do I do from here?" It's like, "Look, we just want to let you know that you're not alone out there. You know, maybe things are less lonely now, and this is just the first step. It's just the first step. You can't just come travel it. Like you guys have to grow, evolve naturally. You know what I mean? Grow, but just so you know, you're not alone. All this crazy shit." So finally, like she just disappears, leaves, and then you see it shows her she's back on Earth, and she comes through from the bottom of that circle thing. She lands, they put her through. Like, oh fuck, we don't know why it malfunctioned and it didn't work. And she's like, what do you mean it didn't work? And they're like, yeah, it didn't work. You didn't teleport anywhere. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I was gone for like 18 hours. Like, I experienced this whole thing. And they're like, no, here's the video. And it shows the video. It's just a half a second. She just goes through and all the way down. She doesn't stop anywhere. So they're like, no, you imagine that. And then she's at the Senate hearings and they're blasting her. They're saying that she's a liar because she said everything she saw.
Holy
and like,
shit.
you're a fucking liar. She's like, no, did I just like freak out and see this? But then you find out at the end they're talking because she said I was gone for like 18 hours. But she had a recorder on her, right? She's like, the recorder is like, all it got is static. There's nothing there. But then they find out that the recorder, the tape that she had on her, even though she was down for just 1 second, she went through the thing and they stopped her. Bro, it recorded static, but for 18 hours. So it's like she went through a wormhole that in our time, she went and experienced this whole 18-hour thing. But in our time, it was less than a second. So it was real. She did find the aliens. Pretty cool, eh? But they're like interdimensional beings, I guess, since they were able to do that stuff. Did that fuck with your head a bit?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool.
What just happened?
And it made me emotional. It just made me emotional with her seeing it, just the universe and us not being alone. All that stuff made me. I was like, that's an interesting concept. You know what I mean? Like, it does make it less lonely if we know, because just the way he talked about humans, he goes, "You guys are capable of such good things and such shitty evil things. Like you're so aggressive and like it's like you're pissed off that you're alone. You're not alone." And I was like, that's fucking sad, man. It's good. So yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
Yeah. See that?
I want to watch that.
Yeah, this episode was brought to you by Contact. They advertised 20 years too late. They weren't good at advertising. Yeah, it's a good movie. Jofo podcast in the house. I was talking to Jofo guys yesterday. Because we're gonna, as soon as this thing is lifted and they're allowed to have guests, we're gonna go back in their we're gonna go in their studio and finally be their guests on their podcast.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Yeah, and we have stuff to give them anyway. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw yesterday. I was watching Contact, and I think it's a good movie. I think it's definitely worth $4.99 to rent it. And it's weird because I was trying to find it. They made it a little hard because I think there's a new movie called Contact. Honestly, I don't know a lot. Okay, I'm not the smartest man in the room. Well, in this room right now, I'm definitely the smartest man, but in general, not. Though I do feel if there are other planets out there, advanced civilization, this would probably be the most accurate to it. Do you know what I mean? Like they wouldn't shock you. They would try to teach you things like, look, you have to build this yourself, kind of like little baby steps.
Yeah.
Because or else everything, just because they showed a lot of stuff about religious people losing their shit. Religious people were like, why would we build this? What if they don't believe in the same God as us? And then you look at them, you're like, the fuck are you talking about? You don't see that this is bigger than whatever the fuck you believe in, you dipshit. You know, like just how small we are. Yeah.
It's kind of like how I was gonna say something stupid. Never mind.
Stid Poof just said that. Did you see that our idiot in chief sold a gold mine to China? Is that a metaphor, or did we sell an actual gold mine, a Canadian gold mine, to the Chinese? Because that would be fucking. Already our debt is like unmanageable. We could get out of it with selling gold. Like no, give it to the Chinese. Carl Sagan, who wrote Contact. Did Carl Sagan write Contact? Is also an astrophysicist. I know who Carl Sagan is. Oh, he wrote. Well, that makes it even okay. So I'm not crazy. It is accurate.
Oh,
it is.
shit.
It is. I think it's the most plausible, reasonable scenario as opposed to fucking aliens are here. They're trying to eat your face. It doesn't make sense. A gold mine in the Yukon was sold to the Chinese. God damn it.
Oh, that's suspicious. Some suspicious shit is happening, bro.
It's not suspicious. That's what.
Suspicious.
You do, but normally Greece had to sell so much of its own land. Like Europe took over. Basically, we're protectorate. We had no choice, you know. We're kind of held captive by the Union and by Germany, but Canada isn't. There are other ways, bro.
No,
we should be exploiting all that gold. We should be exploiting
100%.
our natural resources. Anyways, that's not a fun topic, but at least Ustad Poof brought it up and people know. Best way to move Chinese troops to defend that gold mine. Yeah, that would be. Imagine, Jesus Christ. Silver and Gold says, Poseidon, you're looking great, brother. I like your lips shaved and your hair is looking perfect. Super pimp. Fucking Silver and Gold, bro. He notices.
My lip shaved?
Yeah, like you don't have that gay stash that you...
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I started shaving on the reg again.
Yeah.
On the reg.
I shave on the reg when I'm on the reg. Happy 420. Marie Renee's here. Welcome, Marie Renee. Yes, he says, speaking of UFOs, have you heard about the crash in Mague, Brazil yesterday? Are you talking about a UFO crash?
Hold on, let me Google
Don't
this.
fuck around with me. Don't get me excited. Because now I'm excited. The Canadian Liberal government is an embarrassment. All these governments are fucking embarrassment. I don't know what to do anymore.
Oh my God.
What, is it a UFO crash?
It came up instantly. Oh no, it says 1996. Hold on.
Gabe says CP24 has a good video of the pilot taking off and having trouble and ejecting. Oh, it's like another crash. I don't think it has to do about...
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's giving me stuff about 1996.
Oh, we're going to have Guido Grasso and Massimo on tomorrow night. So Jofo Podcast, guys. Check out the Jofo Podcast.
Oh, shit.
Just click on their profile here in the chat, and you can go watch their show tomorrow night. Our boys Guido and Massimo will be on their show. I'm assuming via internet, right? Call in, because we're not allowed to... You know, people are scared to be in the same room together and shit now. So there's a lot of that shit happening. Eric Plant says they have the same problems. Will they pass the test not to destroy their planet? We all have that. Like, I think we're going to destroy this fucking planet. Like the way we're going.
If it keeps going like this, I think so, yeah.
I don't even mean pollution. I mean stupidity.
Yeah.
Just idiocy. So let's see. Ray Snowbird Crash is on Twitter. I don't know what that is.
Well, even pollution, right? They're saying, like, I heard a bunch of podcasts on this. Like, they're saying that we've polluted the oceans to an unrepairable point.
I don't think anything is unrepairable.
But then
Silver and Gold, you can't troll Guido tomorrow because I don't think it's live. But I will. I called Guido earlier. It's just a coincidence, just to see how he's doing. Didn't pick up. He hasn't picked up my last 2 fucking phone calls, Guido.
Suspicious.
I'm hoping he's probably good. He's probably surviving. I would have known if he had something. But very difficult to track Guido down. Suspicious. But he should be okay. Guido should be fine. Let's see. Born to be Wild says, yeah, I heard that one of the snowbirds crashed into a house. What the fuck? Are these birds just fucking killing people? Okay.
What?
So tell me.
So
it's live now. Oh, shit. So, yeah, no, they're going to have them live tomorrow, Silver and Gold.
Oh,
so he
nice.
says, don't be too mean. But, yeah, head over to the Jofo podcast. So go on. What were you saying?
Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. But apparently, like, you know how most of our oceans are unexplored? Like, we can't even constantly observe the ocean, apparently. Like, I've been reading stuff on it that, like, 99 or 98% of the oceans are unexplored. Something like that.
You mean like the depths? Because they're very deep, bro.
In general, even the surface, because you can't
James
really...
Cameron was trying to explore all the oceans for a while.
So they're saying the pollution that we see is only in like 1 or 2% of the ocean. Yeah,
we haven't covered the entire ocean pollution, but what I'm trying to say is that just let's say the way food works now and everything, like the way we're just like let's say Monsanto. right? Genetically modified stuff. The amount of animals that we're fucking with, it can't end well.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say. Like there has to be a better way.
But how do we like? I can't not eat meat. Like how?
Yeah, I'm not telling you not to eat meat. I'm just saying that it's not really up to you. It has to be a global thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like it's very, very hard just with us to change something. It has to be
On a humongous scale, basically.
Yeah, but it's very hard because you would have to think. Well, we have to eat local more, obviously, because you need more genetically modified stuff if you're getting it from somewhere else, and they can't. The fucking fruits from, let's say Brazil, for example, you can't have year round. The fact that here we're able to get raspberries, anything you want year round, is already suspicious. Yeah, so that's why most of it is not good for you.
Is imported.
Yeah. So Silver and Gold just subscribed to Jofo. I like that. Y'all can do the same. Fucking, that's how you do. That's how we build a giant network of people having fun. And also, I saw people asking about it earlier. Here's the link to the Discord for those of you who are not on it. So Discord, Patreon, that's where you can go. Soon we're going to start doing pre-shows on Discord. I haven't fully committed to how I want to do them. I don't know if it's going to be Poseidon leading a pre-show with you guys, and then you could put in ideas that maybe you want to talk about during Pantelis Live, or I might put it on Discord and then have some of the actual fans, some of the actual lead that pre-show and interact and get ideas and just fuck around. I was thinking of that too. I think it'll be fun because everyone, the community is growing, especially on Discord. People are having fun, sharing stuff, talking with each other, becoming friends. A lot of people off this, So I like that. That was the whole intent of starting a Discord. So yeah, I don't know who I'd put to be in charge of that. I got to think about it. Try different stuff. See how easily we can get it to work. Poseidon wants something. Poseidon wants something to do, more to be involved in it, but I don't know how he's going to be involved. We're going to figure it out though. So let's see here. Have you seen the new Twitch safety officer? Somebody sent me a link yesterday on Twitter. One of you guys, I don't remember who it was, with a video with the new Twitch safety officer. It's some guy who dresses like a woman who says that video gamers are all white supremacists and hates men. And it is a furry. It's all a lot of niche weird stuff. Yeah. Very, 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 very weird. Yeah.
And what does he do? Why is he a safety officer?
Because Twitch needed somebody to be a safety. I don't know what the fuck that is. But this guy's obviously going to just flag anything because he just hates everyone. He said, here's the truth is, most of you gamers are white supremacists. And you can see black guys the fuck? What are you talking about? Black guys Twitch streaming Madden are what? and then this the best part is right after says, it pretends to be a deer. Also, I forgot that. Also,
a deer?
Yeah, it pretends to be a deer. This is a person who was hired as a safety manager, and then
hired by Twitch.
By Twitch, and then says the most random thing says, "You're white supremacists. Most of you gamers. I'm just stating the facts." It's I don't think you know what that word means. I'll tell you what are facts. You are not a deer. Everybody playing video games is not a fucking white supremacist. God, it's so fucking stupid. But now people get so scared about cancel culture. So I guess if people ask for jobs, they're scared to say no on the grounds of you're a fucking retard.
Do you think that's what happened? He asked for that job at Twitch headquarters, HQ or whatever, and
yeah, there's no way they went out and said this is a quality person. The one that thinks it's a deer. Got $1 million operation here. The person thinks it's a deer and thinks that black people are white supremacists because they play video games.
They're just trying to push the societal boundaries of what a person can be.
Yeah. Can Poseidon talk about why the first half of his show got cut yesterday by YouTube? So for those of you that are on the Patreon and also watch In Bed with Poseidon, yesterday Poseidon had to go on 2 different streams because his first stream was taken down by YouTube. Poseidon, give us the inside scoop.
I tried. You had suggested something, but I misunderstood.
You misunderstood, but it doesn't matter. Why did they take you down? Why do you think they took you down?
Because I think it could be nudity, or it could be copyright. I think it's copyright.
Why were you naked?
I was not naked. I was one of the videos had nudity.
Ah, okay.
Nudity that was blurred out, but it's still.
But it's a video that was already on YouTube.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
So I wanted to talk about the music I grew up with, and like about Candy Shop, and that I had just realized that how it's just basically 50 Cent pulling up at a high end escort place that's gated and everything.
A brothel,
high end brothel. Yeah, sorry. And of how like I'm the low budget version of 50 Cent and stuff
That's
like
funny.
that, you know. So I was playing all those and the music I grew up on and the music videos and that I hadn't realized a lot of these music videos what they were because I was a kid watching them, and now that I've realized,
It's just a bunch of hooahs.
so yeah, I got taken down I think because of that.
I don't think it's that because you're playing videos that are already on there and they're not getting taken down.
Okay, so maybe at some point I got to the Superman music video from Eminem. You remember that?
But you weren't playing any audio.
No audio, zero. I muted it completely, and I had spliced it up like almost half.
Yeah.
And but at some point in the music video, she has her tits, but they're blurred out, but you could clearly tell the shape.
Maybe it
So I'm
flagged
thinking
you?
maybe because of that.
So YouTube didn't even give you a reason.
Not even a reason. No, I got the email after.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The algorithm may have just thought it was tits.
maybe because it didn't take me down. I had played so many other music videos. It didn't take me down for those.
Okay. Well, you know what? It looks like boobs have been your downfall this entire week.
It's true actually.
That's how they took you down the stairs and you got injured. It was
Oh,
It was
God.
all boobs. I gotta trim my beard soon, bro.
No.
And my hair is getting so like, god damn it.
I'm still waiting for news on my barber, by the way. See,
He didn't get back to you.
I'm like, I sent him a video. I'm like, look at my hairline, please. And he's like, soon I might start something in my backyard, so I'll let you know. I was like, fuck.
Let's see. The Mercy Police killed it. I don't know what that is. Copyrighted nudity, sir. Those man tits belong on on the Ford Motor Company. I like that. By the way, don't watch Tom Hardy's Capone. One of the worst movies of all time. Oh, and I love Tom Hardy. The Room is better than Capone. I believe you because I was a little nervous that it wouldn't be good, but I didn't expect that The Room would be better. Then again, The Room, classic. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, wow. And I like Tom Hardy. I'm surprised. Oh, shit.
Really?
Yeah. It was. Was it poorly written or was the acting bad or?
Well, Tom Hardy played Al Capone. Okay.
No, they hired a Hollywood A-lister. He was just a waiter in one of the scenes.
No, maybe I don't know. He could. I don't know. That was a stupid question.
Tom Hardy's Capone.
Speaking of something stupid, before coming here, you know what I saw online?
Tell me.
So the mayor of LA, Los Angeles, said you can go to the beach,
Yeah.
but you cannot step on dry sand. You can only step on wet sand.
Well, if you're wet from the beach, all the sand becomes wet once you touch it.
No, but you got it. He's like,
So how do you get there?
But that's his thing. It's like you could go to the beach, but you can only be on the wet sand. You cannot. So by the time you get to the wet sand, if you're committing a crime by stepping on the dry sand, so you could get arrested in between.
There's gonna be
I
a
think that's
very annoying and smart troll that's gonna go there with water, fucking soak a path from a distance, be like, "Yeah, I'm walking on wet sand, bitch." That's what I would do. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And something people wanted to start a petition, a sign because in LA, you have to sign. You need in order to like lift rules or whatever laws. You need 330,000 physical signatures.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. But physically signed, and people wanted to start that petition to,
But nobody wants to open the
reopen.
door.
But he goes, he's using it. He's using the stay-at-home lockdown orders for people not
Look,
to sign.
here's what's going to happen with LA. As the rest of the country starts to slowly open up, at least to get industry going, okay? They're going to feel the pressure. Because when guys like Elon Musk are moving their fucking companies out, and who else is making cars in LA?
No one. I think he's the last manufacturer in Canada. No, I mean in the
He
United
probably
States.
is the last one again.
No, in the United States in general. I mean,
other industries are going to start doing the same thing. They'll just move because they need to make money. Because I even saw yesterday, what was it, 600? I forgot how many thousands of. Basically, I know entrepreneurs, all kinds of people are losing their business because of this. So people are going to be like, okay, well, I can either starve or move my business and get back to work and living. They're going to move. A lot of people are just going to move their business.
Yeah.
So then they're going to feel the pressure because when they decide in a year or two, whenever the fuck to open up again, that industry won't be there anymore, right?
And people.
And people. So yeah, they're gonna have to make a move. They're gonna have to accommodate them some other way. Because even movies, because Stewart says LA will have to start making movies, and then it requires to open up the country. But the other disadvantage they have is that a lot of movies get made elsewhere because of the costs. So a lot of people, if they need a place that looks kind of like LA, they'll go to Vancouver when it's sunny, because they'll just go up north. A lot of movies are filmed in Montreal so that they can mimic New York. Montreal and Toronto they use for New York, different scenes. And they give a lot of subsidies. So it's fucking...
The show Suits, most of it was filmed in Toronto.
I believe that.
Most of it, yeah. All their scenes in the
that.
city, driving, most of it was filmed in Toronto. I found that out later. I was like, holy shit. Except for, the aerial scenes. Those are obviously, that's footage from
Well,
here.
I know my manager told me yesterday because I was asking him about just shit that I wanted to film and stuff we're working on. And he told me that there are little contingencies, there are little plans of productions opening specific places. And people are talking about the next steps. Like they're already planning. They're not just saying, okay, it doesn't work. Like you have to create stuff. So people are still working. So stuff is being... Oh, by the way, someone asked me before. I saw a note that came in. They said, hey, Mike Ward was talking about on his French podcast, Sous Écoute, about how they wanted you to be like a pedophile or something on like Quebec's biggest show, District 31. Or,
Who?
On Mike's show. Someone had wrote it.
Oh, okay.
We had talked about 2 drink minimum. What happened was my agent had... asked me if I wanted. There was a role, and I guess that's what the show's called.
Wait, they wanted you to be a pedophile?
Yeah, you don't remember this?
Wasn't that your agent?
Okay, you're not.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go.
Let me fucking you're just repeating what I'm saying. Just let me say it.
Okay.
So, So essentially, she had said, "This is on the table." And I was reading through the role. I go, what exactly is the role? She's like, well, just so you know, you'd basically be in charge of like some juvenile sex trafficking, like some 15-year-old process, some shit. And I was like, I don't know. She's like, it's a big show in Quebec. It's like one of their biggest shows. And I go, I don't know, because they don't know me yet. Like the audience in Quebec doesn't know me yet, the French one. So I don't want the first time they see me, I'm running a brothel of 15-year-olds. So she's like, okay, you're not comfortable. It's good that you let me know, so I know not to get you. Like, I won't accept any roles. Like, I go, yeah, I'm not. I don't want to be like. I don't want to happen to me what happened to Chris D'Elia, which he was on Workaholics. He played a pedophile, and then he had a show on that other thing that you told me. It was on Netflix, You or whatever, and he played a fucking pederast again. So it's like, that's not what I want my Quebec type. But it's also, it's the first time they see you is you're gonna be an evil guy. I guess he's evil. He's running like a juvenile.
Yeah.
So that's why I said no. But yeah, I guess Mike talked about it in a French podcast because apparently a lot of people would have just said yes because it's a big show or something.
Yeah,
But
maybe
it's like,
another villain, but not a pedophile. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess I wouldn't. The argument was you're not because you're not banging them. You're just running. But still, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
I would have been. I still would have been like the first time like mass Quebec audiences would see me outside of comedy. I'd be a piece of garbage. I don't want to get typecast as a piece of garbage.
No.
That's how I'm typecast in real life.
But what's the the bad guy from The Matrix? I keep forgetting his name.
Mr. Smith, that guy.
Yeah.
Always plays bad guy.
Yeah.
It's
Like, he's made a career out of being the villain.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want kids like fucking pederast and shit like that. Like, I don't want that. Hugo Weaving, you're talking about. Yeah, Gapes just said it. Yeah, I don't want my nephews to be like, yeah, I saw you on fucking TV. Like, seriously?
By the way, I watched a movie last night. It's called Rambo: Last Blood.
Is it good?
It's good, but it's
I mean, you saw a movie. Like,
I watched it.
Yeah, but we know who Rambo is. Like, you made it like no one knows what Rambo is.
No. I didn't mean to make it
Did
sound
he
like
kill
that.
everyone?
Yeah, he killed everyone, but I find it so funny. Like, the whole time I'm watching it, every time he does something, like whenever he walks somewhere, I'm just laughing because he basically has this face. Like he fucking walks everywhere and talks like this, bro.
I don't like that you're making fun of that man.
Batman.
He's a national treasure.
He is a national treasure.
So Stuart Mitchell says there's a difference between Mr. Smith and Uncle Paul. Look, it's true. Okay, it wasn't a pedophile, but still, it was pedophile adjacent. That's what I think I even wrote to my agent. I said, I don't want it's pedophile adjacent. I said, because yeah, I guess it's not a pedophile. That's true, but still, to me, it was like I don't want to do that. Like they don't because imagine somebody's like, this guy I don't know who he is, but he's a fucking great criminal. So I was like, no, I don't want that.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, they say beggars can't be choosers. Yes, I can.
Well, you're not begging.
Very choosy. No, I know, but still, like, very choosy.
You know?
Yeah.
If it was like
10 years from now, it's like, why is he broke? He said no to everything.
yeah, well, I mean, look at Nicolas Cage, right? He said yes to everything.
says
He's
yes
still
to
broke.
Yeah.
So there's an in between.
Silver and gold is Discord taking long to install. It shouldn't take long to install.
Yeah.
But yeah, Discord's good. Dude, you know what's fucked up? So, you know, in like Abu Dhabi, did you know that you can't have an internet voice chat from the, like they blocked, you can't use WhatsApp to voice chat. You can't use Facebook Messenger, all that shit. I don't know if Discord, I was thinking about earlier, if Discord works, they can use that as a workaround. So let's say you're on Facebook Messenger and your friend's in Abu Dhabi. You have to record, voice messages and just send it back and forth. You can't do a call because they have their own voice thing over the internet called fucking Al Hassan or whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay.
And they want you to use that shit instead.
Yeah, that makes sense. But still, do you have to pay for their service?
I don't fucking know. Maybe. They have human slaves, so I don't think...
That explains why every freaking Arabic person I see, they're always recording what they say, and then, then they send it. Maybe they're used to
maybe
it.
they're sending it to their friends in Abu Dhabi.
Maybe,
or
yeah.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Fucked up, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, and that's what we're gearing up for here. If we give the government too much goddamn control.
That's true.
So, I reached out to that politician that I tweeted about. That guy from, I forget his name, but I like him. He's the one always grilling the liberals right now on like the spending and do you know anything about the budget and what's going on? So I sent him an email. I said I'd like to have you on the podcast, not Pantelis Live, just Pantelis podcast, to interview him because I'm very curious. Okay, it's finally working. Maybe because I'm on a Mac. Maybe silver and gold. A lot of stuff is like that. A lot of stuff. Some is made to work better on Mac. Some works better on PC. Like I know that my let's say like I use all the Adobe products. So I don't use Final Cut, right? I use what the fuck's it called? Premiere Pro, After Effects. They work better not just on PCs, but they work better with Intel. Instead of AMD chips, but that has to do with a deal they have, from what I heard, with Intel. Like Intel, they get paid to make them optimized for it and all that, so that Intel's like, well, I'll sell more computers because a lot of people are making films and all that shit. They'll buy mine instead of AMD. But I feel like the difference between AMD and Intel, the difference that'll give you the power might be negligible. I don't even know the difference between AMD and Intel. By the way, they're two different companies.
I know, but I mean. Like, what's the difference? Like,
I don't know. All my stuff's Intel, so it's pretty like
mine too. But
like the one that I have at home, the big PC, it's like an i9X or some shit.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
You could hack into the penthouse with that thing.
In the penthouse. Hold on a second.
The Pentagon.
How powerful is this computer? You can hack into Penthouse magazines, sir. Get them to deliver it to you for free.
Whoopsie. A little mouth
Freudian slip. Yeah. Crime of the century. Poseidon, why would you get magazines sent to you? You have the internet. It's not the same as a magazine. You could feel it. Oh, by the way, did you guys see the Unreal Engine 5 real-time demo? Oh, you bet your ass I did.
I didn't watch it.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, video games and stuff, they're made on engines, right? There's a lot of different ones out there. Konami, the games that I like, they've been using the Fox engine, which Hideo Kojima and his team had made a couple of years ago. These things are what let you kind of control lighting, characters, tones, all that stuff. It's all dependent on the engine, how powerful the engine is, how much it taxes the hardware. So the Sony people were working for a while with the Unreal people. This is the 5th version, the iteration of the
What
Unreal
about the
engine.
real people, though?
Exactly. And it looked fantastic to the grains of sand, to the bugs, the way they're rendered. It's just some crazy shit happening next generation of consoles.
Oh, shit.
PS5. Yeah, it's going to look
Aren't
amazing.
they coming out 2021?
They're supposed to come out this holiday season. But PlayStation, Sony has been keeping pretty tight-lipped. I know that they were supposed to announce something in May. Insider information, though it might be pushed to June from what I'm hearing now.
Because of this whole ordeal?
Because what this changed for them is the pricing of consoles. They have a limit of how they don't want to price consoles over. They don't want to price. They were talking about $600 consoles. Sony said they don't want it to be that high because they want to get a good market share.
And also, that didn't work out too well the last time they priced it that high, remember?
Yeah, well, they ended up doing well, but it took a while to catch up.
Yeah, exactly.
But so what they're worried about now is that a lot of the pieces cost more than they did before because of mines closing down, scarcity, and people aren't working as much. So these factories aren't producing as much. So the cost per PC is going up. Per PC, per unit is going up. That's why, PS5 and the new Xbox are PCs now, basically. Yeah. The reason why I prefer it too, if you're going to play a lot of games, is just because at least you know that no matter what game you buy on your console, it's optimized for that console. Whereas a PC, you could get a new game, you're excited, and it's like your PC shits, or you bought it last year.
Yeah, that's my issue with my computer right now.
Yeah.
It's starting to age. I'm gonna need one. If not by the end of 2020 or in the beginning of 2021.
It is so dumb how they keep power down on the consoles. Yeah, you know what's dumb about the console, Silver and Gold? The amount of noise they make. The PS4 is like, I always think it's broken, right? I always clean it, but it's not broken. It just makes, the fan makes a lot of noise. The fan makes you feel like you're taking off, you're going to space.
Yeah. Ridiculous the sound on that thing. It does sound like a jet engine. Like I was earlier, I played a bit of a video game and I was chilling, and then I'm playing, and then as I'm playing, I'm shooting people. I'm like,
Jesus, yeah, it forces.
whoa.
You know what you should do to cool it down? Throw water on it. But it has to be cold water. Don't be stupid. Right? Don't put warm water.
Like a guy.
I guarantee you, there's been people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for
idiots.
sure.
Oh, it's very hot. Give me ice.
For sure. I've seen that. Haven't you seen that video of the mother washing the iPad using in the sink?
No.
Using it as a cutting board and then washing it in the sink.
Why would you use the iPad as a cutting board?
It was an old lady.
Oh, she didn't know.
She didn't know, so she's like, "Oh, this is nice." And she's using it as a cutting board. She's just washing it in the sink.
There's something hilarious about that too. There's something very funny about that.
It was an old video that I had seen.
So my mom had her 70th birthday last week.
Happy birthday to her.
Called her. She hasn't worked in the hospital for years, but they had called her to go back to work. Would you like to go back to work? And my mom was like, "Oh, I'll answer you on Friday." And I was like, "Yeah, no, you're not going." But she asked the smart questions. She goes, "What the fuck am I going to do? It's dangerous. I'm 70 years old." And they're like, "Oh, no, you're not going to work with the emergency room, so don't worry." And then she's like, "So what am I going to do?" It's like, I think triaging. I don't know what the fuck they want her to do. But she's like, "Well, what happened to the young girls that work there now?" She's like, "Oh, they can't work because they got coronavirus." I was like, "Yeah, exactly." And I'm going to do it. And you're going to kill me. She goes, "I'm not fucking going." What the fuck is that? Yeah. But the fact that they're calling her means they're desperate. That means that shit's going down. Like, a lot of people are getting sick and not going to work. Because, and not a small hospital either. It's one of our big ones. So it was, it's very, very. But I like that she asked that question. Like, she wasn't dumb. Like, she asked, like, "Well, what happened to people that work there now?" "Oh, they got coronavirus." She's like, "Yeah, okay, no, that's
for somebody much younger. I'd be like,
yeah, if you're like I tell people right now, don't. There was someone shared so I love you guys, by the way, for all the stuff you share. You send me a lot of stuff. Silver and Gold. I'll get to what you just said about vitamin D in a second, because I want to talk about it. So they sent me a tweet. A mother tweeted. She's like, "My daughter's crying hysterically because they told her she has to get back to work or she loses her job or something because they're opening up again. And she has to wear a mask and social distance at work. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be more safe, but she has to go back to work." And the daughter was hysterically crying because she didn't want to go to work. Now, here's what you have to understand. My girl's like 17 or 18 or something. If you don't want to go back to work, even though they're taking precautions for you to be safe,
you don't have to.
You don't have to. That's up to you. And if you don't have to, but you can't expect them to keep paying you when they opened up and they have people working and you're not going. You know what I mean?
100%.
So you have to, and I'm telling you right now, if my job was that, if that's what I did, if I worked then I would take the proper precautions, go work, make the money that, if I feel courage enough to go, I would do it. Do you see what I'm saying? Not at 70, obviously, not if I had asthma, all the stuff that's dangerous, be like, "Fuck you, I'm not doing that," But you have to sometimes not cry and go do it. Just like World War II. People that fought for their countries. You think they wanted, like, "Fuck, I want to take a chance to get shot in the head by a German." No. But they're like, "Fuck, man. Obviously, I don't want to get killed. Don't want to take a chance to get, but I got to take this. I got to protect the family. I got to work. I got to fucking, protect my borders." Same thing. You want to stay home and not work? You could do that right now. Depending on what you do, you could do that. You could not work. But if they're opening up again, if the place is open, and you don't want to go back to work, then they have to fucking hire someone else. Dude, what do you want them to do? They're just gonna pay people to stay home and then pay another group of people to work? It doesn't make any sense. Am I being an asshole? I don't know. Am I just being too hard on them?
No, not at all. I don't think so. It's and I don't understand, man. People they fearmongered people so much. Like she's not even an old person. Like,
but you should the 17-year-old girl. Yeah, maybe she's scared because of all she sees. But you should have a level of fear of you. You have to have this self-awareness, and you have to also
be
understand
cautious.
what's going. Yeah, be cautious. See what's going on around you. But you have to take into consideration everything that's happening around you.
Yeah.
So right now, let's say if I had a family, and we need to pay rent, we need to work, whatever. I know that I would take any job that would have me. You know what I mean? I put a mask on, do whatever the fuck, get the job done. You know what I mean? Get paid, keep working. You can't expect the world to keep moving, you to stop, and everything to work the same way. So if your thing is open, a lot of people don't have jobs right now. They lost everything. They lost their business. They lost their jobs. And they're taking precautions for you. Like let's say it's a restaurant, and you don't have to deal with customers anymore. They give you the orders, you make it, you leave the bag, the delivery guy takes it. That's the thing. That's what it is. Fucking why complain? They're taking the precautions. You have your job back. Be safe. Don't fucking lick people. Because already you're going out anyway. You're going to do your groceries. You're already taking precautions to go out. So take the same precautions and work if you can. There's other places where you get, like a hospital, man. I find that's too hard because everyone in there is already sick. So I'm not saying don't do it. You have to take a risk and do it. That's the hospital. That's the risk you're taking. That's the job you took. But that's harder to stay safe because it's everywhere. So a small mistake, a little might, so you're very, very likely to get it. But if a restaurant people are coming and taking it, takeout window, everyone's taking the precautions, you'll be fine unless you're licking your customers. The vitamin. Let's see. I think the Pantelis Discord is missing you. Yeah, get back on the Discord. So China's the worst of enemies. Jen says you're still lucky to have a mom. You lost yours years ago, Jen. Very sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm close to my mom too. I don't want to, think about losing her and stuff. I like that little lady. She's like a mini me now. So what were we saying? The vitamin D.
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it Rogan that was talking about it? Because it was in the news a lot today that apparently vitamin D helps with the coronavirus. Fight that shit off. And we don't get a lot of it. That's why people have to find different sources.
Yeah, but there was also not just vitamin D, but there was also what's that called? Hydro. I can't pronounce it for shit. Hydrochloroquine.
The thing that Trump was talking about, and they said it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the only one talking about it, right? They made him seem like he's out of his mind, but there's actual clinical trials. They're actually testing it, and it's going to be part of some cocktail that plus a couple of other stuff works.
Yeah. And what I find suspicious is after they've been talking about it, a few factories of that produce that went up in flames.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
By accident or suspicion?
Well, I didn't read into detail. It seemed like it was an accident. It seemed like it was on purpose, but they're saying it was an accident.
Hydrochloroquine. Yes, he says.
Hydrochloroquine. There you go.
Fuck, that's scary.
Yeah. So
Bill Gates and fucking Anthony Fauci don't want people messing with their business.
So
go outside, people. Jofo says fresh air and sunshine. And you know what? Fresh air and sunshine, again, we're going back to the vitamin D thing, apparently is very important for human beings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but actual fresh air. Like, let's say you're home. Let's say you're home all the time. Open the window, go out on the balcony, go in the window, and breathe in different air is good for you. It's good for your lungs. It's good for everything. And sunshine, apparently, very important. Believe it or not. Now, I know that vampire that works for the LA County health director, I tweeted about it the other day. Oh, my
God, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, they hired a vampire to talk about health. If you guys don't know, you can go to my Twitter and see that photo. That is a goddamn vampire. Besides, is that not a vampire?
That is a vampire.
Is that?
I'm surprised she didn't show up with a cape and fangs.
Count Dracula, yeah. Yeah, should I show people what that vampire looks like, Poseidon?
Yes,
Why
absolutely.
the fuck not? Let's just see it. So they hired a vampire, and I mean, maybe you should listen to her. She has lived a couple 100 years, so she knows what she's talking about. But it's just shocking to me that this is supposed to be the healthy person. Is that the only healthy person in LA? It's a goddamn vampire. I don't know. Hold on, Poseidon. We're
I,
gonna
I don't know, man. But it's starting to seem like a circus, as what's his name said it, Andrew Schultz.
Oh, it is a.
Did you see what he posted?
Bro, it's a fucking circus and a half.
Yeah.
Check this out. This vampire. This is it. This is the Los Angeles County Health Director. All right, been around for a couple of 100 years. She knows what she's talking about.
But it feels like someone's fucking with us, right?
Oh, it definitely feels like someone's fucking with us. Yeah.
It's like, oh man, did you see that video Trump posted of himself for the Independence Day?
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Bro, I was like, what is happening? What is happening?
Yeah, Trump doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's. You know why? I think it's because he knows he's gonna go up against Biden. He's like, oh, I already won. You can say whatever. You're literally gonna have a guy being like, "We got the best missiles," and the other guy's like, "Popsicles, popsicles."
Did you say popsicles?
Yeah, just random shit.
The hair on my legs.
So the hair on my legs, and these black kids kept touching the hair on my legs. It's like, God damn it, Joe, shut the fuck up.
Oh god, this is ridiculous. It's very entertaining.
It is. It's a weird fucking yeah.
These times are gonna go down in history.
Definitely. Can you see the screen properly from there? Can you see the full screen?
Yeah.
You could, eh?
Yeah.
Because we could start doing in here. I'm going to put another one up there. We can start doing, like, when there's a big event, we can be watching it there with no volume and then going live on the YouTubes and commenting on it.
Like a UFC fight?
Well, in the UFC fight, we won't probably do because Rogan does those, so everyone's going to watch his fight thing. But stuff that he doesn't do. Yeah.
Like hockey?
Maybe not hockey.
Basketball?
Maybe basketball. But playoffs, like
Yeah.
Finals World Cup type of shit. People can have us in the background. They're watching the World Cup, and we're watching it with them.
I'm down for that. Sounds
It's
like
smart.
a good idea. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, and we're commenting in real time, so they could literally play us on another device while watching the game on the screen.
I can't wait for fucking Space Force. I want more Space Force action. Okay, and Space Force, it sounds so cool, but it's not as cool as you think. Because to me, Space Force sounds like alien shit. But it's more for just satellites and maintaining stuff, so you could fire rockets on China from space in case they're fucking around. That's what it's for. It's still cool, but not as cool as fucking fighting aliens.
This is a huge slippery slope.
What do you mean?
But I feel like
The Space Force?
yeah, but also like with what's happening, you know what I mean? To be
We're
able
gonna
to
blow ourselves up sooner or later.
Yeah,
it's
that's what it seems like.
It's a little scary. I don't know. We're gonna have a lot of problems here. We're gonna have a lot, especially with the economy.
Economy and our
debt is the biggest
debt and the way the government is handling things right now.
Yeah, I don't know anymore what's the right move, and people are like, well, do you think everything should open up? I've already put my position on that. I think the fact that they just said, all right, schools don't have to open up till September, it took a fucking while for you to say that we all knew that should have been the case. Why don't you apply for dual citizenship, Pantelis? I already have dual citizenship. Yeah, here in Greece.
Didn't they say that kids are immune though?
I don't know. They didn't say that. I mean, but also they said that kids might not have any, it might not have any effect on them right now.
Yeah, in fact, that's what they said. Sorry.
But that doesn't matter because if they could bring it home and then kill their parents. Imagine how a kid would, imagine living with that your whole life. You killed your parents because you went and licked some kid in the 3rd grade. Yeah, it's terrible.
But, I mean, if their parents taught them to lick kids at random, I mean...
Yeah. It's your fault, Dad.
I should have said that was mean.
Yeah, it would have been. They're saying Space Poseidon should be a thing. Poseidon versus the Space Whores.
Space Horse.
Can you apply for triple citizenship? I don't think you're allowed more than 2, but the trick is you don't tell them that you have 2. I think that's what people do. I think you just don't tell them because I think you have to choose the max they let you, and then countries are like, if you tell them you have 2, they're like, you have to get rid of 1 so you can get ours.
Yeah.
Or just don't tell them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how are they going to know?
They won't. They'll know 1. Like, the U.S. 100% knows if you're a Canadian citizen.
Yeah.
If you're Canadian and Greek, don't tell them the Greek thing. Just tell them you're a Canadian citizen.
Yeah. My foot's killing me. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like if you have a European passport and a Canadian passport. This is just ideas. These are hypotheticals. It's not like I know anything about this. When you get to Europe, use your European passport so you get around easier. These are hypotheticals.
Well, no, the European passports are blue just like the Canadian ones, so they have just as much power, so it doesn't really...
No, they don't have just... In Europe is a free zone for European countries. If you're in the Eurozone, you can travel freely with your European passport. Like when you go to... What you just said is so stupid. The blue... I'm getting angry.
No, because they're color-coded.
No, it's not because of color code. It's Canadians. When you get anywhere when you get into Europe, let's say when they're processing you, customs, all that stuff, there's a special line for European passports. There's a special line for everyone else. There's a special line for Canadians. All that stuff.
Yes. You're right.
Same thing when you're going to Canada. If you have a Canadian passport and an American passport, when you get to Canada, use your fucking Canadian passport. Now you're gonna say a stupidity. It's the same as the American. It's not, because you're in that country. It's better for you to use that passport.
Yeah, I see what you
No
mean.
matter what kind of stupid thing you're gonna say, I'm 100% right about this.
Yeah, no. I see what you mean. I realized my stupidity.
Yeah. Oh, Elon Musk has triple citizenship.
So wait,
apparently.
hold on. If you have a European passport, if I understand this correctly, you can travel through Europe without touching customs?
Well, you could travel through Europe with almost any passport as long as you're legally supposed to be there.
No, but I mean,
It's
like,
just that you can also, first of all, you can work at a lot of places in Europe. The Eurozone Economic Alliance countries, if you have a passport from Greece, let's say, you could work in another one, which is pretty cool. Because even it's hard even for us now. If you could do it in a Commonwealth country, Canadian countries with Commonwealth countries, old British monarch countries, and the U.S. is not a Commonwealth country.
Yeah, I know.
You're allowed to work there.
Really?
Yeah, you still have to do some paperwork, but it's much easier than a new immigrant going there. So you can go to these countries, travel, but it's especially what I gauge it when I get to Europe is normally the line. If there's nobody in the European line, you just take your European passport and go from there.
Interesting.
All I care is about speed. Same thing with my Nexus pass, right? The only reason I got it is because I don't want to wait in line at customs. So when everybody's waiting, I use the Nexus. But if I'm with someone and we're waiting in line together, sometimes I'll just go with everyone else.
So also, what you're telling me, all these influencers that take pictures of their suitcases with guns, money, and 8 different passports, they're full of shit. Basically.
Gary says you have to use your Canadian passport to enter Canada if you have one. Otherwise, you get an unbelievably high fine. Never heard about that.
What?
But why wouldn't you, Gary, use the Canadian passport when you're going to Canada?
So wait, okay, hold on. I have another question.
The smartest thing you can do if you have multiple passports is use the correct one for the country you're in. There's no better thing to do than that. Like, that's why I'm saying what you said is stupid. Like, if you're going to Greece and you have a Greek passport, use the Greek passport. You're there. It's easier for you. It's smarter. Why would you use another one? You get what I'm saying?
Yes, but okay. So, question. So, let's say you leave Canada.
Yeah.
When you get to Canada, here, like the customs here to leave, you use your European passport right away, or you use the Canadian.
Well, I always use the Canadian. The only time I ever tried to use I've always tried to get away with stuff is when there's an unbelievably long line. So, like, for example, did you ever travel with me to go to New York? No, we always meet you there. No.
No, I have once.
We flew together when? No, LA. We flew together.
LA, yes. Sorry.
So LA, you saw what I did. I did the Nexus. I didn't wait with everyone just because I don't like waiting in lines that long. Even though you get harassed at the end, the same thing. They still ask you all kinds of unbelievably stupid questions. But let's say you're going. The fucked up thing that happened to me with Greece. Look at this. So 3 years ago, remember when I went to Greece? With my girlfriend.
Yeah.
It was 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago. My passport was expiring. End of September. This was July. When I bought the tickets, everything was fine. When we're boarding the airplane, they stopped me, and the Air Canada people said I wasn't allowed to get on the plane. I said, why?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Repeat that.
They go, because your passport expires in September.
Oh, I remember this. You told me about it. Yeah.
And I said, so what? I'm coming back in August. Like, my thing is we're gone for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going away for 3 weeks. It's like, yeah, but your passport expires in August. I go, yeah, but the time that I'm leaving and coming back, my passport is valid.
I remember.
That's why you let me buy these fucking tickets. I use the same passport. I use the same information to buy the tickets. So this guy's like, no, you're not allowed. Because what if, listen to this now. What if you're like a refugee, you're trying to escape, like to live in Greece basically illegally. And I look at him and go, first of all, as you can see by the name, I am Greek. And who the fuck escapes Canada to live in Greece illegally? This isn't Nigeria, bro. What the fuck are you talking about, you know? So he's like, no, I'm not going to let you on the plane. They ask my girlfriend, they go, if he doesn't go on the trip, are you going to go alone? And she goes, am I going to go to Greece to visit his family without him? Yeah, no. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, okay, wait here. So then I was like, please call someone. I'm not going to miss this fucking flight. If I miss this fucking flight, you guys are going to pay for the next. I go, because this is fucking stupid. Everything points to me coming back before my passport expires. My passport's fucking valid.
You even had return tickets.
Yeah, I had return tickets, everything. So what does he say now? He calls up. Somebody apparently yelled at them. Someone yelled at him, like, what the fuck are you doing stopping? First of all, he's Greek. What if he just decides, what if he has a fucking Greek passport and he just tells you guys to go fuck yourselves? So they yelled at him, then looks at me, and the guy didn't want to admit that it was wrong. He goes, all right, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to let you board this plane. But when you get to Athens, you have to go to the embassy. The first thing you do is go to the embassy and tell them to get you a new passport, or else we're not going to let you come back to Canada. We're not going to let you on the flight back. Bro, this is what I say in front of everybody. I go, let me get this straight. If I go to Greece, I'm a Canadian citizen. Air Canada is not going to let me return to my country of origin with a valid passport of that country of origin because you say so. And the guy's like this. Yeah. I go, yeah, okay, buddy. You could come back to your country of origin with an expired passport. That's your
100%.
fucking country.
Yeah.
I told them, what are they going to say? You live here now. So yeah, of course I didn't call anybody. I went, I did my trip, I got back, my passport, everything was fucking normal. I had a valid passport to get back to the fucking country I'm from. But this fucking buffoon, bro, tried to fucking stop me.
Yeah, that's nuts.
What if you're trying to sneak into Greece? What am I, Nigerian? What are you talking about? Are you fucking crazy? And first of all, why would I sneak in? I'm Greek.
Oh man.
And I was like, okay, we'll see. I go, wait till I get to Greece. I go, we'll sell it. And Greece was the fucking funniest thing. Because my girlfriend's like, are they going to see your passport? I go, it's Greece. You're going to, trust me, look, my Canadian passport. There's not going to be no problem. What if? Literally, Canadian passport. Pantelis. Welcome home. Hope you have a good time. That's literally what it was. She looked at the name. She's like, Greekster. All right, welcome home. Have a good time. I'm like, thank you. Fucking idiots. Idiots.
Next level. But it's like that whole ordeal I had at fucking Walmart. Remember? Where
they said, sir, your passport is not valid.
No. Completely different, but also like the same level of stupidity. Like I just bought, remember I helped out a friend, I bought something, but about the wrong thing.
Oh, by the way, I was going to tell people, be careful. Decide when you're going what passport you want to use, because there's one thing that I always wanted to try, but I didn't. Don't buy a ticket with one passport and then try to use another passport when you're there, because sometimes there's some fuckery because the number of the ticket is under. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's the same name, but you bought when you buy a ticket, normally they ask you for your passport information.
Yeah.
Your passport from each country has different numbers. It's a different passport.
Yeah.
So it might not match. So that you might have problem. I never
so if
tried.
Somebody pays attention.
Not even pays attention. I think that you might have trouble with. I haven't tested that yet. The only thing I've tested and it worked is the Nexus. I've bought a ticket with my passport. And then, I bought a ticket with my Nexus because you could put your Nexus in and then never use the Nexus, just use the passport. And I've done vice versa. I bought it with a passport and then the only ID that I would scan and use in was the Nexus one, even though I had the passport with me. So that works. That you could do. But I don't know if you could use another, like if I had an American and a Canadian passport, I don't know that I could buy the ticket with a Canadian and then just use the American the whole way. I don't know. It might be the same thing. You're the same person. But normally, even if you spell the name incorrectly, if there's a letter off, they fuck with you. If the name on the ticket is spelled different.
That I know.
Remember what happened to me in October? The fucking lady misspelled my name completely on the phone. It was a last-minute flight. And then they had to call to get it changed.
Oh, yeah. Remember that? Oh, that was nuts.
And the company that got me the ticket, they wouldn't even let them. I was going down for a Crowder thing. They wouldn't even let them change the ticket. They had me. So I called in, changed the name of the ticket, and she fucked up the name a second time. I spelled out for her, she fucked up the name. And they wouldn't, the plane, I had all kinds of trouble, yeah.
That's infuriating.
Yeah. So be careful with that shit. Make sure your name is spelled fucking 100% correctly. Your name has to be the exact same way it's spelled on the passport. Like me, the reason why I say this, a lot of people might not have the trouble. Greeks, we have this trouble because of the S's.
Yeah.
Pantelis, Pantelis. So if you don't put the S at the end, one letter off, it fucks with you. So I think it's more of a Greek issue. Because the S is not always, it depends how you say it. Like when you're talking, like if you're talking about me, like O Pantelis, you use the S. But if you're speaking like Pantelis, there's no S when you say it. So anyways, that's why.
We already have such a hard time traveling, though, all the fucking hoops. Well, not hoops we have to jump through, but what do you think is going to happen now?
Now, if we have the vaccine passport, here's what bothers me about the passport thing is, let's see, I've tested. You've tried it. I've tested in Algeria and Canada. Everything went fine. Oh, so you've done that test. Okay. So you could, so you can do it. I just don't want to tell people until I try test and show. I'm telling you the stuff that I've tried. Pantelis has the worst customer service experiences. I do. I don't think they're the worst. I have very bad ones, but I guarantee you people have worse because I always find a way to make it work. Now I have gotten fucked over. I'm going back to that situation in October when I went down to do that event at Texas A&M with Steven Crowder. That was one of the times where I was like, this is why fights break out. This is why people punch people in the face. But I was at least calm and collected with the people I was dealing with there because I was like, I know it's not your fault. You know, it's just Air Canada's fucked in the head. So I remember I had to fly down, and it was already it was late in the game. I was getting there a day before, and I had a day, which was fine, you know. But already everything was bought last minute. It was kind of like a rush. They're like, we need you, come on down. So now they wouldn't let me on the plane. Air Canada, even though we had bought the ticket, everything was fine. Air Canada said they didn't oversell the plane. They said that there's a limit to how many to how many people they're allowed because of gas, because of the direction it's taking. They said if this was taking a different flight route, we can have more people on the plane. But because it's taking X flight route, we have to have less people than we initially thought on the plane. So even though people bought tickets, there's going to be a lot of empty seats from people that we didn't let on the plane. And how they were deciding it, the lady in front of me tells me, I go, well, how the fuck is it decided? Because I guarantee you mine, because they had got my ticket a while before. They had already purchased my ticket, everything. So they said, we decide, this many men, this many women, this many this, you know. So it has nothing to do with when you bought your ticket, which for a flight, basically you're a customer. It should only have to do with who the fuck bought it first. Right?
Wait, what? Repeat
yeah.
that?
You can't, we have to have this many women, this many. That's what she was telling me.
In the plane?
In the plane. Because you have to cut people off. So how do you decide? I thought it's whoever bought the tickets first. But first is your quality of customer. So let's say if you're a platinum, gold, or whatever the fuck, that's the first. And then after it goes by, we have to have, you can't just have all guys on the plane. You can't just have all this, all that stuff. Anyways, so.
What? But
this is what she told me. So
there's no way.
So dude, you remember this 6 o'clock in the morning thing? So I'm already furious. I haven't slept. I'm like, what the fuck? So she goes, maybe we can, if you want, we'll send you to Toronto. I was like, okay. And then there's a connecting flight. She's like, no. Maybe you'll get a flight, maybe you won't. And then goes, so you want me to go to another city and what, just live there? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or you can go home.
Boy, hold on. I never knew that.
Yeah, I told you this, bro. This was a day where I was going crazy.
That must have slipped my mind.
This was when I got my flat tire. Remember when I got my flat tire, Viron, when we were driving? Yeah. This was 3 days after that. Because I had to go back to the shop. So remember, because my tire was we were using the spare.
Yeah.
And I had to go to the airport. And I told you it's gonna last. Can I leave it at the airport? It was during that time.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting pissed. I'm like, this is crazy. Why isn't it about who bought the ticket first? I'm guarantee you we bought it early enough to be on the flight. So she's trying to be reasonable with me to say, look, I understand what you're going through, but look at the people behind you. They're yelling at me. Like everyone's pissed, dude. It's not about you. So like, you know what? It's not personal. That's true. But this is crazy. Why'd you sell us tickets and then you won't let us on the fucking plane? I leave. I drive back home. Call down the crowd of people. They're freaking out. Like, what the fuck is this? We'll get you another one. They're trying to find flights with different carriers. Delta, American, whoever the fuck they can get. They're all fucking weird out. Dude, one of them was, the detour was insane, bro. It wouldn't even get me there on time. It doesn't look like I'm going down there. They find one last minute ticket. They misspell my name. I called the lady. They misspelled twice. I couldn't get through customs in time to make it on the plane. Missed that flight. Go back home now. I've been at the airport twice already today. Go back home now. Furious, tired, whatever. Laying down there. It's midnight, 12:30. I get a phone call. Look, we need you tomorrow. I was like, I know, but what do you want me to do? It's impossible. We found one flight. Get you the ticket. It leaves at 6 in the morning or some shit, like around, like really early, 6 something. You'll go to, I want to say Charlotte. It wasn't Atlanta. It was like Charlotte or something. And then from there, you'll get to Dallas or Houston. And then from Houston, you got to drive 2 hours to the hotel and then to the show. Now, the show is that night. So essentially what happened was I hadn't slept. It was like 12 something.
I remember you telling me
woke up at 4 in the morning, went to the airport, got on that plane, went to Charlotte, where the fuck it took me, go to Houston, rent a car. The car was waiting for me, the rental car. Drove to Texas A&M, far from Texas A&M to go to the hotel. Showered. Got out of the shower, got dressed, drove to the university, did the show. Bro, you know how fucking tired I was? I was like a zombie.
Oh, I believe you, man.
I was like a fucking zombie. I did all that crazy shit, all because the initial flight the day before, Air Canada had said, it wasn't even oversold. This is again, I want to stress this. The flight was not leaving at capacity. They said we're not letting people on who bought tickets, even though there's seats on the plane, because there's a weight limit because of the flight route we're taking. Remember what I'm saying. Like, that's something you have to consider before when you sell tickets. Yeah, and then I made the show, and it was good because I don't know if I hadn't made it, what would happen at that point. Because then I realized that it was big. It was two venues. It was 2 shows at the same time. So it was.
Man, you look like my whole ordeal in Germany looked like a walk in the park after you just told me that again. Like I'm processing everything and my brain is hurting.
Yeah, Silver and Gold says, I think you need to try and inject more influence into Crowder's show. I've been writing some new stuff that I think we're going to use this week. I am going to be a guest, I think, this week. I know Tuesday, I think I'm recording something. I don't know if it's for the shows that are on YouTube or for the shows that are exclusive from Mug Club, but I think I'm going to be a guest this week. I'll Skype in. Yeah, it was, how much was the cocaine? Dude, if I did coke, I could handle that kind of shit. If I did like uppers, I can handle probably that kind of shit.
That's another slippery slope, though.
It's a slippery slope, yeah, but I can handle that kind of shit. But no, imagine me, au naturel. But what happens is then I get tired and angry, and then I run on anger.
That's true.
So then if I get the wrong customer service experience or whatever, oh, you're fucked. When you've already fucked with me that much, oh man, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it. And then the day after, so I did the whole show. Then we went out. There was the after party.
Yeah.
So we're out like 3 a.m, and then I had to leave again at 5 a.m. because my flight was from Houston. So and my flight was like at 8 a.m, 8 or 10 a.m. But I had to drop off the car, and then go to the airport.
God
so
damn.
you already have to be at the airport 2-3 hours before. Plus I had to drive 2-3 hours to get there. So you have to add all that shit up. So it was 2 hours to be 2 hours before. So it was just crazy. I left like at 4 something, 5. It was so black outside. I was walking out of the hotel angry. I had slept like a total of 3 hours in 2 days.
If I was you, I would have just started a family, opened a business down in Texas. Fuck it.
I live in Texas now. Yeah.
I live here now. I almost got stuck in Greece back in 2015.
In Greece?
Yeah,
Not a bad place to get stuck.
Yeah, no, obviously, but like I was smoking a cigarette when I almost got stuck, and I was like, "Do I just stay here? Fuck it."
I live here now.
I got very close to that because Germany.
Oh yeah, that's the same madness as the July 4th trip to Compound. I don't remember. I'm trying to think. Me and Mike had some adventures too. You know what went when we went to LA for the Rogan thing? Even though Poseidon was with us, we didn't really have. The only trouble we had was Poseidon fucked us on the car rental in the beginning. But that was easily rectified because right across the street was another car rental place, you remember?
Yes.
So that was handled in like a half hour.
Okay. To be fair for me, it was not me that fucked you guys over. They fucked me over.
Yeah, anyways, before us, you were our liaison. So to us, you
Yes.
fucked us over. But the point is that because there was another rental place, we rented, what'd you rent? The Escalade right after. So the big black car, what was it?
Grand Cherokee.
Grand Cherokee. So we were able to solve that problem right off the bat, and then the trip went off without a hitch, minus him getting pepper sprayed by a hooker. But apart from that, the trip went as expected. But when you lose an entire day, like I lost an entire day at the airport. Remember the day one, and then I flew out the next day. Like they don't pay you back for that, you know. Like
No.
Air Canada doesn't assume any responsibility, and they just fucked you like crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts, bro. That's
So let's see. Christian says, Pantelis, you look like Drew McIntyre a little. He's a wrestler. The longer I let this shit grow and I'm all grungy and stuff, yeah, I could see how it would look like, and people have told me that. But don't worry. I'm gonna go back to looking a little cleaner. Not, my beard taken care of in a bit as soon as shit opens up again.
Why don't you let the beard fully like down to here and you shape it like
No,
Dan? You know Dan Bilzerian, like
Yeah,
Like
but
his-
I don't have the same thickness as him. I don't think I could do that.
I think you could pull it off if you
Yeah.
let it.
I don't know. We'll see.
Because Dan, Dan's beard, his beard,
Dan, your buddy.
his beard has a jawline, bro. Like that's how
Oh, yeah.
his jaw, like it's crazy, bro.
If I could grow it that thick, maybe we'll see. So, Pantexas. Yeah, I would have opened the restaurant in Texas. Just Pantexas. I can't wait till shit opens up again because I want to get back down. Like I honestly, I got tired of traveling. You remember that when I was complaining?
Yeah.
I do complain, but I miss Texas. I miss New York. I miss LA. I miss all that. I miss being able. I miss, there's a lot of good opportunities. We did a lot of cool stuff in the past year. Those are. And we had the tour planned. We even had the New York stuff. We had the shows that we had to cancel. So I miss doing that stuff.
But also, if they do what they say they want to do, it's
What?
gonna be fucked up. The whole bracelet thing,
But I thought that was an idea. That's not nothing that's
I don't know. They're kind of pushing it for it. Like, that's scary shit, bro.
the immunity bracelet.
First of all, vaccines they're not supposed to be for healthy people.
Yeah. Okay. So
Look, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, bro. I honestly don't know anymore what to believe. There's some
Well, they're
scientists
supposed to
saying
they're supposed to protect you, right? The
Yeah.
vaccines, but yeah, the bracelet thing, Deeds, is they're talking about a vaccination bracelet, just if you want to travel to out of state and out of country, so that you have a bracelet that says either you have the antibodies or you've been vaccinated.
But they're talking about doing that for a virus that has what 1-2% killing rate.
Yeah, and also look at who it kills. I know what you're saying. You're not
Yeah.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Like-
You're not wrong.
And you know what pisses me off the most about this? They're like shut down to save the old people at least, right? Okay, so we do that, but they're still neglecting and fucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the old
Causing
folks.
old
Home. First of all, why shut down? Why don't you just take care of the old people? Why don't you make sure that everything an old person? So wouldn't it be easier and more feasible instead of the whole city shutting down, country going crazy, everyone's fucking losing their jobs? Wouldn't it be easier to just take extra care of people at risk? The people at risk, whatever they need, they get it delivered. Groceries, whatever the government, instead of having people in hospital going crazy, we dedicate people to them. You need groceries, we're going to drop them
100%.
off at this day. We're going to keep it clean. Take care for walks. We'll take you for walks. We'll just take care of old people instead of shutting down everything around them.
And I'm sure in the process they would have even maybe created new jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
would have helped.
but I'm just saying, why not do that instead of shutting everything down? Because we're using the same logic that they started using in schools, which are if one kid is allergic to peanuts, no one's allowed to have peanut related food
that's
for
crazy.
lunch. It's a little extreme because like what if, and they're right, what if the kid gives it to another kid, the peanut butter sandwich? They're 100% right. What if, right? But now you're penalizing everybody for one kid's. It's a little, I don't know. So in California, he says 1 out of every 100,000 people have died from COVID-19. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that each one that died had some issues. So Claudio Capri's here.
Not to mention they've tried to inflate the numbers.
Jimmy says we miss you in New York. I miss New York too, dude. Like I can't wait to get back. Like I jumped on In Hot Water the other week with Aaron and Gino, and even Gino was talking about the last time he drank was before they started, and we had a nice little experience last time I went down there. Me and him, 11 o'clock in the morning at the bar across the street. And I was like, "Are you really drinking?" He's like, "Yeah, it's 11 a.m., bro. Why not?" and I do miss and what's fucked up is it's been a weird year because I remember the last time we were there is when we went to Carl Ruiz's restaurant. He was a cool dude. We had exchanged numbers and we had talked about him. Next time we're gonna come down there, give him a call. I wanted Poseidon to experience eating at his restaurant, and I want him to come to Montreal, hang out, and we had made all these plans. And then he passed away. And it was, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, you see how light, like, you make plans, and then you don't know what's going to happen. And he died before all this, right? He died before all. So you just don't know what's going to happen. So I do miss it. I want to get back down there, try to continue what we were doing before. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird to think about. Like, you're going to get back down there and everything's going to be different. Some people wouldn't have made it. And not just because of COVID-19, but all kinds of shit. Yeah, take care of the old people and the people that are taking care of the old people.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
But then again, there's also those stubborn old people that were like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, my mom.
Like,
My mom's taking precautions, but she's also like, I'm not going to stay inside.
Yeah, exactly.
She'll put her mask on and she'll go walk for an hour.
I admire,
Yeah.
because they grew up from that generation, that tough as nails generation. You know what I mean? Like I remember being in TD at Line, and I see this old Greekster. Did I tell you about this?
No.
Okay, so I see this old Greekster, and he's sticking close to everyone, and the line is filled with people that are not supposed to, because it was the beginning also. Like we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
That's the time I snapped at someone. When I'm like, can I fucking help you? Can you back the fuck off? And he's just staring at me.
Homie, you trying to date?
And this old Greekster comes in line, and he's there, and he's waiting in line. And he's swearing in English. What the fuck is this? No. I'm doing an old Italian accent, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to do the Greek accent. And it's like, what the fuck is this? What is this pussy shit? He's calling everyone a pussy.
Oh, I like this
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not afraid. He's like, the guy's like 80 something. He has a cane, And I'm like, and I tell him in Greek, sir, like maybe you should back away from these people. Like maybe they have the virus. You're at risk. You're a little older. I don't give a fuck. These are all pussies. You should see the people I grew up with. Tough as nails. You think I'm afraid of this devil shit? He goes.
Did he say devil shit or dumb shit?
Devil. I think he said devil. So like, it made me laugh. I was like, okay. I was like, because I had unused gloves also.
Okay.
But I guess it was kind of stupid to offer the gloves to him.
To an old man.
Yeah, because what if I had it and I touched the gloves and he puts on the gloves and now he has it? You know what I mean? What are you doing?
I'm testing something.
Oh, okay. Shadows.
I just want to. Oh, okay. No, because I'm thinking of adding 2 more lights in the studio. So I want to see if I could put them on these edges of the table and it won't be in the camera's way. Because you see how those 2 lights are there?
Oh yeah.
Same thing, but here. For these 2.
Oh yeah, for the shadows, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart, eh?
Smart.
Because I noticed that we have a lot of shade since the sunlight's coming in now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always thinking of that, Poseidon. But yes, tough old man. For Glutton Fest, they're asking, are we doing a new Glutton Fest? So obviously, you guys know that we already had plans. We're already talking about, if you guys watch 2 Drink Minimum, just for this year, we're talking about doing 2 Drink Minimum at the Olympic Stadium, while Suzuku is at the Bell Center. Not the same day, obviously, because they're, Mike's on both shows. And we were going to do like a second Glutton Fest type of thing there. But obviously, that's not going to happen in July. We are still thinking about it. We just don't know how to do it now because people are not allowed to come out. Because the next event we want to do was with people, Poseidon or a food contest, but on stage with people. We did the first one in this studio actually. It was a success, but now the next one you need to up it. The quality needs to get better. So in the summer would be the best time. Maybe August, with people at a bar. It would be a great time.
But another thing that bothers me about that, like they're saying, okay, we're going to open up restaurants again and everything, but at half capacity and everyone's going to be distanced.
Yeah, then the restaurants are going to lose their money too.
Yeah, but what about just this? What about people who aren't afraid?
Yeah.
Just let them go to restaurants like normal, open everything back up. And if you're afraid, just take delivery or takeout. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I agree that you should make your own decisions. So if you feel safe going out, go out. Who the fuck are they to tell you no?
And another thing that pisses me off is this whole virtue signaling from people.
Oh yeah, I'm a hero for staying in.
I'm a hero for staying in. No, the real heroes are doctors, nurses, firefighters. You know what I mean?
Well, even here, I feel like we're kind of, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but we throw hero around where it doesn't. Like, if you're doing your job, you're not a hero. We're calling everyone a hero.
Well,
aren't we just throwing that word around?
I agree with you. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like if you're, like, Uber Eats drivers now, they're like, they're heroes. They're fucking awesome because they're doing their job and they're doing their job properly.
No, I don't think Uber drivers are heroes.
But heroes. But same thing. And me, I love nurses. Fucking respect the fuck out of nurses. But hero for they're taking risk and they're saving people. Yeah, that's what they signed up for.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
That's what they signed. Do you see what that's what they signed up for?
Yeah,
hero
right.
Firefighters put out a fire. Yeah, it's amazing. I love them for it. But that's what they signed up for. Right?
Yeah. No, I would say okay, so yeah, I'm using it very broadly.
But everybody is. Shouldn't it be more like, I don't know, hero restaurant owner fucking stops a terrorist plot? Yeah. This guy was there making fucking pizzas. He decided to risk his life to stop a suicide bomber. That's a fucking hero.
You're right. Actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I agree with that. Or even a fire. Let's say firefighters, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just putting out the fire, this firefighter he ran into a burning building, saved 10
exactly.
10 kids. That's a hero.
Like you go above and beyond.
You know?
I don't know. I just feel, and I'm not saying that they're not. Like a lot of people are heroes because what they sign up to do is heroic.
Yeah,
you know. But we're just throwing it around now. Everyone, this guy opened up his restaurant. He's a fucking real hero. He's not a bad guy, but he's not a fucking hero.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
A hero is a hero is the doctor, the nurse who is like, look, we ran out of masks, but we got to perform this surgery fucking maskless right now because they're all given, and it's life change. It's life or death. But you had a chance of getting sick because of it. That's a hero. Be like, fuck the mask. Let's go. Let's fucking do this. We got to save his life. That's a hero. You're going the extra mile. You could have said, fuck no. I'm allowed to say no. Fuck that shit. I'm not taking a chance. I'm not risking it. That's a fucking hero.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, a hero should be somebody who goes above and beyond.
Does something heroic, puts themselves at risk.
Exactly.
For the and
well,
it's out
risky
of their
for them.
but and above and beyond that, it's not something they signed up for. You know, you could risk your life by jumping out of a fucking plane because you're a parachute. You're not a fucking hero.
Yeah.
It's not just risking your life. You know what I mean? It's risking your life for someone else when you're going above and beyond. Like a lot of these people that are going to work now that they're calling in nurses that don't work there anymore, that they're calling them in because they need help. That's heroic.
Yeah.
It's not your job. You could say no. Or you could say, no, I want to work under these conditions. But no, you're like, nah, I'm going to fucking risk it. I got to help these people. That's heroic. You know what I mean? Not the guy who's like, I'm taking extra deliveries today. It's not bad. You're a fucking good dude. You're doing your fucking job. You're an adult doing your job.
No, I agree.
I feel like we're throwing the word around too much is what I'm saying.
It is being thrown around too much.
And then people feel good about themselves. Then people started calling themselves heroes for staying home.
Yeah, no, it's not heroic at all.
No, it's not heroic. That's you being you're trying to stay safe. It's not heroic. I'm a hero. Why? I hid from the Nazis. Yeah, it's not heroic. I mean, you survived. That's amazing, but it's not heroic.
Yeah.
Heroic would have been, I don't know, if you risked it all to kill them instead of them killing someone. No, I wasn't gonna do that. That's scary. But we're just throwing it around.
And I hate how they've taken the stay-at-home thing and kind of twisted it around as to say, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Shell Cat says, I'm pretty sure nobody working near minimum wage in old people homes sign in thinking they could risk their life, though. What do you mean? Well, you should be knowing that you could risk your life right now doing anything. Technically speaking, if you're a person at risk, like if the coronavirus could kill you, you're an asthmatic, you're a person at risk, you go in the grocery store, you're signing up for me coming here. I signed up for potentially getting sick, right? To do this. I'm not a fucking hero. At all. I'm not a hero. I'm an imbecile. I didn't save anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're having fun. We're providing entertainment, but I'm not a fucking hero.
So a hero is basically just somebody who sacrifices their well-being for the greater good, basically. No. That's...
Yeah, you're putting yourself on the line to save someone else. That's heroic.
Yeah.
That's what a hero is.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's what a hero is. It's not like us. We're not, because we're here, we're not fucking heroes, bro.
Oh, no, I never thought it was a hero. Are you nuts?
Poseidon came into the podcast with a sprained ankle. What a hero. Like, words lose fucking meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, the doctor, bro, that fucking hasn't slept in 3 days, bro. And he's fucking coughing and he's putting his mask on and he's still fucking treating people. That's heroic.
That is heroic.
He's like, my immune system's down. I'm fucking, but fucking, the guy who delivered my food is not heroic.
No.
He's not a bad guy. He's a super cool dude. Just like I'm a super cool dude for being here.
Yeah.
But we're not fucking heroes.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, that was pissing me off. I wanted to say that. It bothered me a lot.
Yeah, just a lot of people are like, be a hero like me. I'm staying home. Shut the fuck up. You're not a hero, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God, I was getting so annoyed.
Shut up, because you're just throwing that word around. You want to be associated with firemen.
Yeah.
You want to be associated with doctors, nurses.
But you know what I think it is? I think people who do that, I think they're such inside, they know they're pieces of garbage.
So they're projecting the opposite.
Projecting the opposite.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Like, look at me, I'm a good person also, type of thing.
What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, and by the way, between us right now, the real hero in this room, and it's going to sound fucking stupid, it actually is Poseidon. Because I just remembered that when I sent you and this was at the peak, this was weeks ago, when everyone was scared to move, Poseidon agreed to go buy stuff for the women's shelter. He went to Walmart, risked everything with all these fucking peasants, bought shit, went out of his way to go drop that shit off over there. He actually went to help. He actually did a heroic thing. I didn't go. Did I go, Poseidon, or I sent you?
You sent me.
I sent him. He actually risked it to get stuff out there to them that, what they need, sweaters and stuff like that. So between us in this room, the closest thing to a hero is this cocksucker. No, but it's true. And still, I wouldn't say you're a hero, obviously.
No, I wouldn't say I'm a hero either.
But between us, you're a hero. Between the two of us, that's more heroic than people fucking staying home. That's more heroic than all the people that tweeted and said, I'm a hero because I stayed home today.
Yeah, that pisses me off though when I see people write that.
The hero is this guy that risked his fucking health, which already, look at him, he's not the healthiest person. He risked his fucking health to go do just something, to be like, you know what, I'm going to help out a bit. No, not a strip club, a real women's shelter.
I didn't see it that way, actually.
Yeah, of course you didn't see it that way.
I just thought I was,
running an errand.
Contributing also in any way I can. That's the way I saw it.
Well, the good thing is you never say no to me, so that's the positive thing. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, and that was the day when people were having trouble. Do you remember? They didn't want to accept cash, and I only gave you cash. I didn't give you a card.
I still paid cash, bro.
I gave him cash. I go, if anybody's gonna be able to get away with paying cash doing this, is this cocksucker. He won't leave there. And they gave him a dirty look. They were mad that he paid cash. He still fucking paid. Like, he did everything. He went out there non-safe, no mask. He did everything the opposite. And he did a good thing. Like, honestly, I love fucking with him, but he did a good thing. He didn't have to go. He could have told me, fuck you, you go, or no, I'm not going. I don't give a shit. I don't know these women. I'm not going to bring him anything. But he did a good thing. He never asked to be called a hero. He never even saw himself as a fucking hero. He saw himself still as local buffoon. I'm just saying he didn't.
Well, I just saw it as like trying to do my best, trying to help.
Yeah, but it was normal to you. You're like, yeah, this is what we got to
Yeah.
do at this point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he never once called himself a fucking. He never posted on Facebook, I'm a hero because I did this today. Never. And there's all these fucking idiots. I'm a hero because I stayed in. Ugh, shut the fuck up. Go help someone, you fucking retard. I'm a retired nurse, so of course I went in to the backyard and there was a woman. She was in the plane and she was deceased. What? I don't know what the fuck you're
Oh,
talking
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you're talking about because there's quotes there, Gapes.
Oh, man. You know what I heard? That made me fucking laugh. I don't know who said this. Fuck. I don't remember if it was a joke or if that's the thing. I'm worried about ruining if it was a joke. I don't remember. I think I just saw it online. Something about, who said this? Fuck. Emergency landing because of a dead person in the plane. Does that ring a bell to you?
I don't know. It sounds like a Curb type of thing. But like, where are we gonna go? Like, he's already dead anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen
Was that a
somewhere.
Curb thing?
It was a scene somewhere. I've seen that.
I think so. Man, that made me laugh so much. Like,
No, I'm not a doctor, but what are we gonna do? Like, he's already dead. It seems like a Curb.
I think it is a Curb thing. I
Yeah.
think I did see it. Yeah. I don't know. That just popped into my head. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say something, but I forgot.
Snowbird or planes, by the way, they were saying.
Oh, yes. You know what I wanted to do? You know, after all this is over, obviously, like in a year, I heard someone talk about you can actually volunteer once a weekend for old folks' home, people who don't have parents anymore. I think it was you that said it.
Yeah, because that's what my girlfriend wants to do.
Yeah, that once a weekend you could go walk them around.
Yeah,
get
she's
them-
gonna go talk to them, share
Yeah.
stories, just to keep them company.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of doing that also.
It might scare a lot of people.
Well, I mean, I don't know, just like
It's something to do. I'm telling you,
just,
it's something to do. You
just kind of like I feel like.
You'll learn a lot, bro. Old people. You're gonna
Well, that's
learn
why
a-
I want to
bro,
do it.
They're gonna make
is
you.
I want to hear
you-
everything.
You're gonna realize how much you're a bitch, because you're gonna hear about real problems, about real life, about stuff they went through, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, why am I complaining? It's gonna make you realize a lot of shit.
After all this is over, obviously I don't want to kill any old people by
Yeah.
mistake, by getting them sick.
But getting sexually attracted to them.
But I was thinking of doing that also, like in my free time, whenever I could, just walk them around. If they want to go for a drive, grocery shopping, whatever, I bring them along. I think it's not to say I'm a good person. I just hear them talk like.
I'm just laughing because Christian in the chat is singing to Hellsign. I can be your hero, Hellsign. I love it.
But not to say that I'm a good person. I just like.
No.
I feel like
I
you
know,
could learn
I
a
know.
lot from old people, and
You
obviously, you told me something the other time that made me realize something. Like they the way they're treated, they already paid their dues.
Yeah,
to
they
society.
did it. They made all this possible, and then we fucked them over.
Exactly, so kind of like make them feel better a bit. I feel like that's, to me, it's an important thing at least.
Dude, if you can, it'll make you realize a lot of shit.
But after all this is over,
Obviously.
like I don't want.
By the way, I'm missing NASCAR live. Silver and gold. This is better than NASCAR. So yeah, NASCAR, they can still do that. There's a lot of the UFC's been good now coming back. The Bundesliga came back this weekend. Lewandowski scored another goal. So stuff's coming back slowly. No fans, obviously. I'm waiting for the NBA to make their decision. That's
Yeah.
gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
But no fans. Ugh. Did you see the new Jerry Seinfeld special? I did not. I wasn't even interested.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it was released on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw it was released, but I didn't mind. I didn't care to watch it. What's the deal with peanuts? I don't know. I'll see. I'm probably gonna like it, but I might not. So I don't
I
want.
saw the trailer. It seemed like he was angry at a lot of stuff.
Makes me want to like it. Makes me want to watch it now.
Oh, you know who I recently saw? Oh man, I watched it on Facebook actually. Bill Burr from one of his older specials, because he still had hair. That's how you could tell it's from an older special.
That's funny.
He was angry. He was angry at gold digging whores. So he goes, "What's the deal?" And he was so pissed off. What's the deal with these fucking gold digging whores? Like, why did they think all of a sudden half the shit of the fucking the man's legacy? Like, why are we putting the man down?
No, but you know what? He's actually right about that. I
I
think about
agreed a
that when
lot.
I see it happens a lot now where there's football players they get a divorce, and then the wife's like, all right, but I want $50 million or something like that. It's like, yeah, but why would you get $50 million of his? How does that make sense? And then there's certain women who still get alimony, and they still get paid they need 60 G's a month or something. But what kind of a judge decided that is normal. Why doesn't this bitch after a while get a job? You're single now. You have your own life. Why am I still paying for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, look, if a woman decided to be a stay-at-home mom and she
Yeah.
had a degree and everything, she could have worked, but she didn't
Yeah.
in order to put the family first. I believe maybe for all those years, pay her salary. Let's say you guys do decide to get a divorce after 10 years. I believe that to pay her salary that she could have had for those 10 years, the career she could have built, is pay her that. Then that's it.
Hold on a second.
If you can afford it or
Hold on a
something.
second.
Like,
So what if the guy's a stay-at-home dad and she works? How come the rules don't apply?
no, same thing. Same thing for the
But
man.
that's not how it works.
No, I'm saying that's how it should be. It should be a two-way street.
But aren't you both putting in work differently? You're both
We are. I know what
that's as if you're saying that her taking care of the kids is not a valid contribution.
Oh, it's 100% a very valid contribution, I find.
So then one is contributing monetarily, the other one's contributing with their time.
No, I'm saying is, let's say one of them want an out. Let's say the man wants an out from
Yeah.
the relationship now, divorce or whatever. And yeah, I see what you mean. I get it. Yeah.
Like,
Because I was seeing it as like,
this existed because back in the day, like women weren't work. You know what I mean? You were
Yeah, yeah,
taking,
yeah.
and it was your job to take care of her, like they were children basically, and then that's how they were treated.
yeah,
They would basically decide who's gonna marry who type of thing. Like, I'll give you my daughter. So that existed.
Yeah, I
so if
remember,
you
yeah.
so that they, you know, because now men might not want them. You know, whatever the fuck they're
Yeah.
not gonna work to take care of them. But now I don't see, like, I could see if in the beginning, like you said, you surprise her, you know what I mean? You just dump her and she has nothing. You have everything connected. Yeah, obviously. You know, somehow get her back on her feet. Good, you know?
yeah. Well, that's what I meant exactly.
But now they're saying stuff like, oh, well, she got used to a certain fucking lifestyle. I don't give a
Who
shit.
cares?
Because what happens is, I'm saying this because the story that I heard was a woman that, it was, what the fuck's his name? The guy who was on news radio. The guy was, I forgot his name, that his wife ended up killing him. Was it him
Jesus
that I'm thinking
Christ.
about? It was him or someone else that I'm thinking about. That basically, he kept having to pay his ex, right? Like years after, a certain amount, but he wasn't making the same money. He's like, I'm not as big of a star as I was before.
Yeah.
So I'm not making the same money I was, so I don't have money, but I have to pay her this much. Was it Phil Hartman? Rogan's friend. I think it was Phil Hartman, or was something else, but for some reason he came in my head. And to me, that makes sense. Like, yeah, you're saying that the person that you're with grew accustomed to that lifestyle. So why doesn't that person, now they're alone, work to have that kind of lifestyle? Why, for the rest of your life, I'm going to pay for you to live to that, especially when I don't even have that lifestyle anymore. I don't make the money I used to make, but I still have to pay you the same amount. How the fuck does that make sense? That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't mean
no.
not taking care of the person, especially if they weren't working, because you were the one working. You can't leave someone in the street with nothing.
That's what I meant. Is not
Yeah,
to leave
no,
them in
no.
the street. No. I don't mean to keep paying. Like, I don't believe. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. No. I agree with what you're saying. I just phrased it wrong.
Yeah.
But also that's the same logic as, like, I don't know, somebody being a millionaire and made all these good investments, but then finally makes a few bad investments, but expects to keep living the same life. Like, it won't work.
No, that's not at all what it is. You
No?
kind of got lost in your thought there.
Never mind. I'm retarded.
It's
yes.
more of someone who's a millionaire, made good investments, risked everything, and then people are like, "Oh, you should pay for my stuff because you have money."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant
That's
to
what it's
say.
like. It's
Sorry.
like, well, why? I am the one who took all the risk. I'm the one who did everything.
Oh my god! You know what I watched that made me fucking laugh?
So, anyways, what I was saying was about this alimony stuff. It might have been Dave Foley. It might have been Dave Foley. Actually. But yeah, so when I heard that, I was like, fuck, that's a good point. Like, especially, you love someone, you married them. You obviously, hopefully, if it doesn't end horribly, you're going to want to take care of them, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
What I'm saying is these people that are allowed to live years off not working, collecting checks from their ex-husband, and when there's, imagine, not even kids involved. Fuck, it's even crazy. Like, a lot of these players, a lot of these basketball players, they still have to pay. They'll pay like fucking 11 G's, 50 G's a month for child support, and then the wife's like, I still need more. How the fuck? You don't even have a job. 11 G's a month? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, at some point, doesn't it, Like, what? I don't know. Where's the line?
Garbage.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, because Marvin says him too. He has a vague memory of Dave Foley getting financially reamed by an ex. Yeah, so stuff like that happens, man. You get the right lawyer and they fuck over your husband, or it'll probably. I don't know if it happens both ways. I don't know if there's a husband who was a stay-at-home and then the wife was making all the money. If he fucked her over, I don't agree with that either. Like, even Adele.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Adele?
No.
Adele doesn't have a kid, but she got a divorce. Bro, that guy they got a settlement like millions of dollars of Adele's dollars, bro. This guy wasn't the guy singing. This guy wasn't the guy writing the songs. Yeah.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
What a piece of shit. But I think she felt good. She's like, it doesn't matter. I'll fucking make it back. Like, fuck this guy. Like, at least out of my life, type of feeling, which is good. But god damn, I don't agree with that shit. That makes you mad, thinking about it. Because I don't like people getting taken advantage of, like injustice. No. And to me, that's unjust. Like
I don't like that either.
The girl fucking, she sang, she wrote, she became a star. You know what I mean? They don't have kids together, whatever the fuck. And this cocksucker's like, well, I got used to living a certain lifestyle. Fuck you. So work to make it.
No.
Yeah. That was the opportunity you had when you were with her and you were a good fucking boyfriend or a good husband. You got to live that life with her. But you're not there anymore. You know what I mean? You don't live there no more, bro. If you want to make it, you write your own fucking songs, become a singer, live that lifestyle. It's not up to her to maintain your lifestyle.
Exactly.
You don't owe anything. Yeah.
Speaking of Adele, she looks great, by the way. Have you seen her recently?
Yes,
she lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, and Fakra says apparently she does have a kid too. Oof, so that means that she can't get rid of the guy.
Fuck.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. You have to still see that cocksucker. England's divorce laws are worse than Canada. Oh, shit. It's even worse. Fuck, man, Adele having to imagine that you gave him millions of dollars and you still have to see this cocksucker.
Ugh.
Lazy cocksucker. So yeah, you were gonna say something? Adele lost weight.
She lost weight. Also, I wanted
people got mad at her for losing weight.
I wanted to bring up what you said of a millionaire working all his life or making good investments and having to give money to people.
Mm-hmm.
There was MSM somebody made a tweet.
MSN.
MSNBC.
Oh, MSNBC. Yeah.
Yeah. They had like a thing and they brought up a tweet. Somebody tweeted, "Why doesn't this guy? He invested $500 million in something."
Yeah.
And then they're like, why didn't he just give $1 million? There's 327 million Americans. Why didn't he just give $1 million to every American?
Wait, how much?
Why doesn't he just give? Yeah, he invested 500 million in this.
And how much did he make?
I think it was someone running for something. Like
you're talking about Bloomberg.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, but the math was off for
Yeah, they're like, you could have given $1 million to every American.
Oh no, that would have been 300. That would have been 300 and something $million for every single American. There's 350 million Americans. He spent 50 million on the campaign, so none of that shit made sense. But also,
it would have been $1 for each American.
It would have been $1, but also, even if, because it's $350 million, I think.
Yeah, no, he invested 500 million.
Okay.
And they're like, you could have given $1 million to each American.
Well, no.
But no, $1 million it would have needed to be 327,000 Americans, something like that.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But no, it's all that stuff. It would have been like less than $2 an American.
Yeah.
But even if, first of all, that would destabilize everything. If everybody gets $1 million, that would destabilize the whole. But also, I don't like the guy. I don't like Bloomberg. I don't like any of these fucking people. But what I don't like is that you feel entitled to someone else's work. You feel entitled to someone else's money.
No.
Had he stolen that money, different story. I'm not saying you should spread it to everyone, but different story. But yeah, he could have got a coffee, Shalkat says, for every American. But I don't like the fact that we have this mentality, not all of us, but this mentality in society right now, where if someone made money, if someone's rich, they don't deserve it or they have to give it to someone else.
It's the Mutra communist society.
It's crazy because when you think about a lot of people who start, because people like to talk about, you could do whatever you want. Amazon started in a garage. Apple started in a garage. Okay. But then one day later, you'd be like, fucking Bezos has too much money. He should give it. But why? You said to motivate yourself, he started in a fucking garage selling books. So him working his fucking ass off 80 hours a fucking week to make something, why do you have a right to take that away? Why does he owe you any of that? You know?
I agree. Speaking of Bezos, by the way,
yeah.
Apparently he did a piece of shit move. I didn't fully read into this, but like his wealth jumped up by 30 billion, something like that they were saying. And
but is it a real tangible amount or is it a lot of stocks?
I think it's his net worth. So
a lot of stocks too.
Yeah, stocks, yeah.
Because that could go up and down depending.
Yeah, and when that happened, apparently he took down because he was paying employees a $2 an hour extra for the risk.
Yeah.
Apparently he took that as soon as it jumped up. He took that off. Apparently.
Don't say apparently to me unless you know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Okay, so you know what? Forget
yeah,
it because I didn't fully read into it. I
Because
just
this is how
read
it
like
starts. Because I also saw a documentary about people working at it. They go, the conditions are horrible at Amazon. Why? Because they're not like they're asking us to go in to work and there's COVID-19, and they're giving us masks and gloves and stuff. So well, what else do you want them to do for you? Well, keep us safer. Yeah, well, what else can they do? Stop licking packages, you fucking retard. And then they go to another guy who works there. He's like, nah, I don't know why they're yelling. I'm happy that I have a job still. The guy goes, like, I'm taking my precautions. I'm fine. Like, what do you want me to do? The guy goes, like, what am I going to complain about? If I don't have a job, they're going to complain about not working. They're going to complain about being out of work.
Yeah.
But then you give them a job, they're complaining about having to work. He goes, so there's no winning. He goes, I'm happy. He goes, I get fucking paid. I have my
I've
shit.
met a lot of people like that, by the way.
Yeah.
That complain regardless.
Oh, Waco on Netflix they're saying is amazing. Oh, Hellsan, I second that message. All right. Let's see. Are they talking about the same thing? Is Hellsan talking about Waco? Silver and gold, nothing under $5,000. So I can buy Pantelis shirt to everyone. Oh, why? What happened, Hellsan? What happened? The shirts don't cost. The shirts, you can't even buy these shirts. That's the great thing. You go to patreon.com/Pantelis and you win these goddamn shirts. You join the Pantelis Nation and you get yourself some shirts. Goddamn right. I love Kingpin with Woody Allen. Dude, Kingpin was good. That was a good, funny movie. You can watch that.
What was it about?
I think it's on Prime. It's about a bowling. It's about bowling.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what?
Bill Murray's in it. It's good.
I watched. Bill Murray. I like Bill Murray. He's a cool dude.
Everybody likes Bill Murray.
Yeah. I watched recently. I told you. I think Zombieland.
Yeah, the second one.
That
yeah.
was fucking funny. I watched the whole season of Upload. I think I told you that also. Did I tell you that?
What did you say? Well, Upload.
Upload.
The first season, the whole.
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Did you like it?
Yes
Ups
and no.
and downs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. What else did I watch?
So hold on. What do you think of that? And guys in the chat, now that I have so many people here, before we go, I want to ask this. So the show Upload, I saw the first season. I'm not going to spoil it, but what it has to do with is uploading your consciousness. So when you're about to die, it gives you the choice to either die like a peasant or to upload your consciousness so that you never die onto a server. And depending on how much money you have, how much you could spend, you have different data points, different gigs that you could use of data. So you could go to a nice palace type of place. You can go to a shit place. You live like a peasant. But it's a way for your consciousness to live on forever. Now, it's just like Black Mirror San Juniper, a little different in the sense that you kind of have to make the decision. You have to pull your conscience out before you die. You can't. Once you're dead, if they haven't done it, you're done. You're toast. So my question to you guys, if you had that choice, because I like the concept too, I think it makes for an interesting story. Would you guys agree to be uploaded to live digitally forever?
Nah.
You just right away, nah?
I just want to die. Fuck it.
You've given up on life already that much. You've accomplished nothing,
not
and
give
you're
up.
ready to die.
No, what I'm saying is when you get to, I don't know, like it's forever. Like, I don't know. Like, why? You enjoyed life. You had your run. You know what I mean?
People are saying hell yes. Some people are saying fuck it, kill me. I wouldn't mind, Marie Renee says. So what you have to understand, Poseidon, is I think it's case by case. So right now you're like, nah, I wouldn't do it, right? But you're saying this now as a person who has nothing. What if you had a family? What if you had kids and then you have grandkids? And then you could still live there, talk to them, still be around.
And educate them, I guess, or tell them.
They're not getting any education from you.
No, but you know what I mean? Like,
No, the future's not that dark. So, look, don't trust a black man. It's like, what? Grandpa, you're uploaded now. You can't be this racist. I can, and I will. You could interact with the real world in the sense that it's kind of like video chat. They could call you, they could go talk to you because you're up there digitally. You're like on fucking Facebook all the time. You live in your own hotel. It's like The Sims, but your parents are there.
actually, you know what? Now that I think about it,
Oh,
hold on. Actually, you know what? I haven't given this thought. Actually,
I told you don't give anything.
I haven't given this thought. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, because then you could watch every other movie that gets released, every other video game. You could enjoy it.
Well, yeah. You're. I guess you could experience whatever you want. You could fuck.
Because if you die,
You don't know what happens.
you don't know what happens.
But you're
dead.
So here's the romantic notion about this whole thing. The mystery. what are you giving up? Like one of the characters said something that I was like, yeah, that's definitely the main reason. So one of the characters says, because the girl's like, hey, before you die, obviously we're gonna save some money. We're gonna put you in a good place. Upload, and then he goes, no, I don't want that shit. She's like, what are you talking about? You're gonna live forever. But their mom, his wife died before this was even possible. So he goes, well, no, I want to be with your mom. And then she's like, come on, man, like you believe in heaven or whatever. And then he's like, yeah. He goes, all I know is that if there's a heaven, your mom can't be in it. Your mom can't not be in it. He goes, so there's no. I'd rather take the chance of dying and risk a small little chance of being with her again than not dying, and I know for a fact that I'm never going to see her again. And that thought, I was like, yeah, that's an argument of what's the point of doing that if everything you loved doesn't exist anymore? You know what I mean? So, yeah, you're living every day like you're in heaven, basically. You do whatever you want. You're in this digital world. But at what point, after so many years of experiences and all that, doesn't it like pull you to want to be back with those people, or just not exist at all since you don't have your people there anymore? So that's the interesting part of it. That's the philosophical, I guess, question.
No. But there's also the flip side. I find like what if
they're both. That's what I'm saying. There's no right. There's no right or wrong answer. It depends on the person.
So then it would be subjective, basically.
Of course, it's subjective. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? It's a decision.
Interesting.
It's not that. No, a decision. That's what it is. A decision.
No. I mean, what you just said. Like, no, I never looked at it that way. But like, I've given it some thought, and I thought, wait, I could watch every movie, every video game, every Yeah, but let's say right now, you care about your parents. And they died before this was possible, then it's not like you're going to heaven and you're going to see them. They're not there. But if you die normally, there's a chance, like, you don't know that heaven exists. It could just be probably made up. So... But I mean, like, look at my parents.
Oh, no, yeah. You'd be like... You'd be like, where are they? They're uploaded. Yeah, just kill me. I'm not going through this again. Forever with it? No, kill me. I'll kill myself. How about that? Make sure you guys don't upload me. It is an interesting question, though. It is an interesting question. And when you watch that show, or when you watch, was it St. Juniper that they brought up? Marvin, I think, brought up in the chat earlier. Or someone else brought up in the chat. On Black Mirror, it brings up those types of questions. It's interesting. This is some kind of a Matrix world, kind of cool. Yeah, giggity. It's fucking. It's a cool thought. And then you also see they slip in a lot of like fuck you to what we're doing now, like a lot of in-app purchases.
Yeah,
like you're there. It's fake anyway, but they still charge you for code.
Yeah,
like you want to get a Coke, it's like a hotel, and they're charging you like
that's
$2.99.
Yeah,
but that also it kind of mimics what we're doing now, where people. It's kind of like skins in games and extra weapons. It's like, oh, $5 here, $6 there. It's like, guys, it's a line of code that already exists. Why don't you just package it with the real game? Why don't you charge me for new content? You're charging me for skins, and it feels like getting ripped off. Imagine being dead. Yeah, but then the other flip side to this, guys, in the show at least, they're also trying to work on a way to download you back if that's possible.
Yeah.
So maybe a new body, but with your consciousness. So that's what they're working on.
Have you watched Altered Carbon?
I have not. Is it good?
You should. It's
People
very
have
good.
told me to watch
Look,
it.
the second season is meh, but the first season is wow.
All right, Poseidon, I like your animal talk.
But you should watch that because it plays on the same aspects, but like in a completely different universe.
You had me at ass. Respect.
It's a much more violent universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think because it has to do with the conscious also, but the conscious, it's like, okay, so the conscious works on stacks. So you have like this, it's kind of like a USB thing, and like you could clone your body an infinite. The more money you have, the more infinite times you could.
So you can die and then come back.
You could die in it. You like your conscious is also
uploaded
and saved and.
But you see, I'll tell you what fucks with me on that is it really your consciousness at that point, or is it a copy? So like. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, do you really, like, what we are as humans, that soul that we talk about, right?
Yeah.
We all have a soul. If you're able to download everything onto a computer and it exists, it thinks it's you. Is that really you?
Well, that's where the show delves into that.
Oh, okay.
It delves into that
Don't
with.
Don't tell me.
Okay, I can't explain it to
yeah,
you.
don't-
First
no,
of all, if I do explain it, I'm gonna ruin it.
Yeah, no, don't say anything. Just stop talking about it so people can watch it.
Yeah.
But that to me, I think about stuff like that. Like, yeah, they say, oh, we could upload. Like right now, we're able more and more to read like neural links to be able to control stuff with you with your mind. I don't mean telekinesis. I just mean like neural links to computers. So they see like your the patterns in your brains and what they're doing. All this shit is pretty fucked up. All this shit is pretty fucked up. Yeah.
I think you would enjoy Altered Carbon, to be honest, and it also has to do with interplanetary.
I like
travel.
planets and shit.
Yeah,
Look, I don't
yeah.
want to get into it right now because I have a lot of work to do, so I can't get into another show. I already saw Upload because it was short, it was quick.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into. Have you seen The Prestige? I know the movie, but I can't remember if I saw it or not. I know Hugo, what's his name? Jackman. Hugh Jackman is in there. The Prestige, right?
I haven't watched it. I haven't even heard about it.
But I can't remember if I've seen it or not. He's a magician, but I don't know if I saw it or saw a trailer. Somebody told me about it. I don't remember. But I will probably watch that. Yeah, Westworld. By the way, Westworld, that kind of stuff. So I know for a fact that we've been working on like digital worlds that look photorealistic for a while now. Like, you know how the deep fakes are, where you can take someone's face and put that? The technology is actually a lot further ahead than the consumers see right now. They could 100% fake a full conversation, video conversation. They could fake this, me and you, but robots, like code, AI.
Yeah.
Fake it with our voices, everything, completely. Completely they could do it. Like, and I don't mean mimic like a cartoon. I mean, you cannot tell the difference. Like to the point where you're like, fuck, did I ever say that? Like that level, which should scare you because that's the
Jesus
future.
Christ.
The future is going to be them scamming you for shit you didn't do. All right, so Poseidon. Before we go, we're going to tell people to follow you at the Poseidon69,
You got that
Instagram
right?
and Twitter.
Yes.
Right? Am I
Instagram
correct?
and Twitter. And I'm gonna start trying to post more content on Twitch with video games. Now that I have like the extra light and everything.
I told you.
Yeah. It's also the Poseidon69 on Twitch.
Twitch. Okay, so the Poseidon69 everywhere.
69 all the time.
Underscore or no underscore. Underscore. If you don't know what underscore is about, check out the latest episode, 2 Drink Minimum.
Exactly.
It is fantastic. It is one of my favorite episodes ever made. So, and I'd like to remind you guys, 2 Drink Minimum. Remember to sign up for that. Subscribe. Every Wednesday, there's a new episode that drops on all podcasting platforms. So you should check that shit out. And don't act like you don't already know that the place to be is on Patreon. Patreon.com/Pantelis. That's the only place where you're going to be able to win these cool 2 Drink Minimum shirts that you see other cool people wearing. That's the only place that you can get them right now. We're not selling them. We're giving them away. All right? Just look at the details there. I think boss category is where it starts really getting interesting, where you can start winning more shirts. Is there a show tomorrow? Gabe says. Are we having a show tomorrow? I don't know what we're talking about.
No, I don't think so.
What show? What is tomorrow?
Monday.
Show of?
We don't have anything on Mondays.
We're not having anything tomorrow. I think I might drop a Pantelis podcast tomorrow. We'll see. There's a surprise. But again, if you're on Patreon, you get that shit first anyway. So patreon.com/Pantelis. And I have been talking with Phil. He's interested. As soon as this is all over, if we could raise enough funds, we're going to start the show up all over again. We're going to film the series, 10 episodes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Sunday. Let's see. The best show on Sundays. You're goddamn right. This is the best show on Sundays. It would be the best show on Mondays, too, if it was around on Mondays. But we'll take the Sunday spot. We're the number one Sunday show. So remember to tip your wait staff. Be safe. Take care of the old people around you. Take care of everybody around you. Just don't be a dick. And that's it. The real heroes are the people that don't fucking hurt people. Am I right, Poseidon?
You got that
Go
right.
fuck yourself. I hurt you with my words right there. Hurt you with my words. Thank you, guys.